and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another match of the Ocarina of Time Item Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 4. Matchup is gsk8 versus Bonooru, and we are in loser bracket round 1. Commentators for this match are Spell and Arthur Udini. Say hello, take it from here.
Hey, welcome in. Today we have gsk8 versus Bonooru, and I'm commentating with Spell. Spell, how you feeling about the matchup?
I'm extremely hyped. I mean, what can you say? It's losers bracket round 1 already. We have the season 3 champion on the line for his life here. In as far as the tournament goes, at least we're not gonna kill him. We promise. But yeah.
It's so crazy to see those two excellent runners. They have been playing Ocarina of Time for what, 8 to 10 years almost. Both of them, they know each other very well. They play fantastically well, and they are in loser bracket. It's pretty unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. And the craziest thing is, right, like if either of these players were like in losers bracket, we'd say, okay, well, maybe they faced someone really good in like the upper brackets, and now, you know, in the lower brackets they'll have an easy run. But these are two both really good runners, so one of them is going to lose, and it's going to be crazy either way. It's not something you would have imagined, you know, starting into this.
Yeah, that's really crazy. So we have gsk8 and Bonooru, two very versatile speedrunners of Ocarina of Time and also of other games. They have been switching in and out, and they always showed a great gift at getting good super fast. Their decision making is amazing, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Bono has a little bit of an experience advantage when it comes to Ocarina of Time Randomizer. He's been playing it for a little more. Yeah,
for sure. And, you know, both players obviously all around very good. I think most people agree Bonooru is probably one of the best mechanical players in the scene.
Yes.
So, but gsk8 for the same matter also has really good mechanics, and both make really good decisions. So it's going to be an extremely exciting match. I can't wait for these two to get started. And hopefully the seed will not be easy, because what we want is a tough battle here.
Exactly. So we're going to be starting with Saria's song and the Fire Medallion as the free medallion, and we're going in 6, 5, and it should go now.
Nice synchronized start there by the players, by the way.
Okay, and first divergence, Bonooru going out, and gsk8 checking the stones. So we have Shadow Temple, Water Temple, DC, Fire, and Deku. Okay, Bono changed his mind.
Well, I mean, we have Saria's song, but Forest Temple being a medallion is a bit of a... not a medallion, it's a bit of a shame. Kakariko Wave the Hero, I think that's it? Yeah. Twice even, I think. And Big Goron hovers.
Hover boots on Big Goron, that's huge.
And look, with Wave the Hero with Saria's song as your starting song, that's definitely not bad. Yeah, Big Goron, that's crazy.
And the very last one with a foolish hint, was it Haunted Wasteland? I think.
Yeah, Haunted Wasteland Foolish, yeah. Which is definitely not the best one. We don't do like Fire Temple Foolish or something like that. One check. It's a bit annoying to go there, but I don't know. It's not the way of the foolish hint I was hoping for.
Yeah, it's a pretty long check too, and then you always have the ponderation over Baron. Like, an area is always more likely to be Baron if it has more checks in there.
Yeah.
So that could also be a tiny bit of an info.
It could be, yeah.
Okay, both players starting pretty normally, I would say. They're going to go to Man on Roof.
Yeah, just routing their way to Cat, getting their song, doing the mini checks that are in here, and then depending on what they get. Well, I was about to say, if they get a bomb bag, they'll go to DC. There it is.
Early bomb bag, yeah. So it was a good point to check the medallions before, so now they know it's a medallion. But I think even if it's not a medallion, it's DC is pretty safe to go for.
It's high density, right? And it takes like only like 6 minutes to clear it. It's just a good option.
It's 4 minutes 30 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bono going for a safe jump, which is really nice because he does not need the rupee, so he does not break the box. And gsk8 is going
another
directly to
bomb back?
DC.
Wait, is that... Oh, okay, Requiem, nice. So that's just another song right there. Oh, is that a bomb back on the ledge there? In the windmill?
I
think it is.
haven't seen. Maybe chat has seen it.
Yeah, I think chat's confirming that it was indeed a bomb bag. That's pretty funny. I like gsk8's decision to go DC first, though, because it brings you right back to CAC, so you don't really lose much time.
Has anyone seen what was on top of DC?
No, I didn't see it. What I am surprised, though, about Arthur is gsk8's opting not to buy a shield despite having 99 rupees. What do you think about that?
I think since you're going to DC and DC does not really get you any faster with the shield, it's okay. If he gets one, then that's time save. But I definitely agree with you that it's not the safest.
Yeah, okay, fair. And we're heading towards the graveyard. Pretty standard stuff so far, nothing really groundbreaking, but you wouldn't expect that in the first 3 minutes of the seed.
Yeah, gsk8 going for a pretty normal routing, not going for the skull that is a little remote, which is an option. Also, we're going to check the crate. The crate is a shield.
We also missed. We completely skipped over Baron Shadow Temple, by the way. Oh, I think he didn't get it.
Temple.
Yeah, he didn't get the stairs, unfortunately. Just a bit too slow on the bomb throw, I think.
Yep. And Bonooru doing Dampe Race. I really like the spacing of Bonooru's roll. He always ends up like super close to those corners.
Yeah. And it's little things like that why people say Bonooru is such a mechanically good player. Like, you know, it's all really subtle, but like all these small like improvements, like they just add up, right? It's a second there, and then at the end of the siege, saving like what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? It can really add up.
Oh yeah, I don't know how much, but it's definitely a lot, and he's so good. I mean, look at that. It's sub 50, and he took a flame full face at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, something you might say like 4 9 seconds. That's not that impressive. Sure, if you don't get hit, it's not that impressive. But if you get hit, it's pretty impressive. And he does it consistently too. I think that's also something to keep in mind. Like, it's one thing to be mechanically good, but it's even better to be mechanically consistent.
Yeah, it's really incredible for the amount of practice that he has. He's just so good.
And to remember, he's taken a break, right? As well. Like he's been back recently.
Yeah, he's playing other games, like he's been doing TP for a while, and right now he's mostly focused on 100% for Ocarina of Time, which is a lot of SRM and stuff.
Yeah. Something you usually associate with players like ZFG and Glitchyman, obviously, or
yeah,
really
exactly.
good at it.
Okay, gsk8 in DC went for the YOLO jump, no setup, made it perfectly. Probably going to go for it again. Has pretty low health, but it should not be a problem.
Should be fine. There, you got it. Did the setup, so it's pretty consistent.
So as you mentioned, Bonooru is going to go grab her shield before instead of delaying it. And there's a lot of rupees in the bomb bag chest. So I think your option of buying a shield before was actually better. Like slightly better.
That's kind of what I was going to say. Like a lot of, if you go to DC and there's a lot of rupees in there, you're basically just wasting the rupees, right? Which when you only have like 99 at your max, that can actually matter sometimes because you will run out with things like the bowling game and that kind of stuff, you know.
And the interesting thing is that Bonooru opened the door for the Skulltula in DMT, but then just left.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen. It's pretty nice because otherwise you would have to wait for the boulder.
Oh, I see. So I'll just get it sometime later then.
I would guess so.
But he's just opening it now to save himself time later, I suppose. Oh yeah, so you can just do it in one go, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe he already took the decision to go on DMT later on after DC. Okay, so gsk8 is going to be entering one of the last checks in Dudong's cave, and then heading to the boss. Oh, unlucky throw.
He wants to blow the chest up. If only you could open them like that, that would be pretty cool. Oh, okay, well that's huge. Because we know Big Goal is hover boots, and there it is.
Yeah, that frees you a lot of stress about finding like early trade sequence items. Claim check is just a blessing so far.
Right, and he can turn it in right after, you know, just go up DMT and turn it in. Like, he'll probably want to go there anyway with the bombs to go into the maze and stuff.
Yeah, he still has to go for a CAC, so I think Bonooru has a tiny bit of a routing advantage right now to be done with that, and then he can just go over to DMT and keep going. So that's going to be a pretty lengthy adult segment.
For both runners, yeah, for sure. Of course, the nice thing about hover boots is that after you got your hover boots from the Big Goal and you go down the path from the volcano to get your skull and your hint. And then when you're all the way there, you can go back into Goron City, do the maze, and flip over the crate and save war.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it's all nice and slick for Bonooru, which will bring him back to Temple of Time, which is where our spawn point is. So it's really like efficient.
That would skip going to grab Minuet, and when you start with Serious Song, it's like heavily in logic, so it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do.
Well, you could also just do Goron City, or at least the maze, after he's done with getting Minuet. You know, that works too. But yeah, true.
Another option is to Death Warp after you flip.
That's also true. And we'll see what he does, depending on what his health is like when he enters Goron City. Usually it's the giveaway tone.
Okay, so we're seeing the shield play from gsk8. Now down to a little bit of rupees. The discount RNG was pretty nice to him.
Yeah.
And he's now going to be able to clear this. I think Bonooru has done Reed at Grave Grotto.
Yes, yeah, he has it on this.
Okay.
I think it was a blue rupee.
So shouldn't be much new.
No, I doubt it. Okay, it was a piece of art, regardless. It was nothing. That's what I remembered.
It was not too much.
Definitely nothing to write home about, that's for sure.
Okay, Bono going to be jumping while waiting for the cutscene.
The timing's real nice as well. Just like dropping the other bomb in while the other cutscene played, so he basically wastes no time at all. It's really nice.
Okay, Bonooru down to 12 bombs. I don't think this is one of the scenarios in which you want to grab the pots. So behind Bonooru, there's a guaranteed pot for bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
What you can do with this pot is you can actually kind of go out of this tunnel, and then the pot will respawn with the bombs are still there. But since you haven't picked the bombs up, they'll spawn another set of bombs, which is really neat.
Yeah. So you can get 2 with this technique, and there's also a technique if you want to get 3, but that's a little bit overkill. So what you do is that you grab the pot, go away of the loading zone with the pot, and get back in with it. And then so you throw the one you have in your hands, break the one that you see, and then do the same thing as if you wanted to dupe it.
Right, and you have to do this because once you pick the bombs up, the game marks the pot as empty, and you have to reload the entire dungeon to make them respawn. It's just those little tricks you'll often see better runners use, you know, to keep up on their bomb count.
Yeah, and it's really nice that this is allowed in Randomizer. Like, it could have been banned, but, you know, it's just quality of life stuff that there's not much reason to ban.
If you're gonna ban that, you should also ban ground jumps, to be honest. Uh-oh. Okay, that was close.
Okay, he has much time. Alright.
Wait, I've never seen that before. Could you explain that? What happened there?
Well,
like, did he pull out 2 bombs or something?
Yeah, I think he threw a bomb, but he probably was using the bomb button to throw a bomb and probably double tapped it. So for another one, I wasn't very paying attention, so I could be wrong, but that would be my guess.
Yeah. And also, what someone brought up in chat, we kind of skipped over this, but since Cactus waved the hero and there's 2 bomb bags there, the bomb bag is not it. It's probably the Requiem, I would imagine.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, so far Requiem is the only thing that could potentially be Way of the Hero.
Of course, it's always
And it's going to
chickens.
be interesting to see if it's instead of crossing the wasteland, or if it's for a spirit temple or a key logic.
Yeah. Or perhaps even for the song, you can't cross the wasteland without the song is there, and like, there's all kinds of options there.
And yeah, let's remind that spirit is a stone,
Yeah.
so it could be pretty worrying.
We also saw a song from the start, which gives us access to Forest Temple, which is a stone as well. So it's definitely it's setting up quite nicely here. Oh, Goron's bracelet there, very nice.
Ooh, that's the first strength.
Bomb lock too. So those bombs from Kak definitely useful, but of course they are.
And let's see what the path is. Okay,
Yeah, he's
so
leaving the maze for later, I think.
yeah, just going straight up to the rolling Goron.
Yeah, I imagine he plans to do it with the hover boots so he can get, you know, all the chests in one go.
Okay, gsk8 just popped open the Skulltula wall and left immediately. He's going to be picking up his strengths on the DMT wall. A really nice early pull.
Yep. Yeah, other than the order in which they did the Dongo Scavenger, these players are really just pretty much doing the same thing. And, you know, why wouldn't they? It all kind of makes sense to go like this right now.
Yeah, it was nice to see a little divergence in like gsk8 delay and Kak. And right now it seems like both of them have the hover boots in mind.
Yeah.
And that would be the reason why they're delaying the maze.
Yeah, it's also a bit awkward, isn't it? Because you really would like to have those hover boots right now so you can pick up the song from the crater, but you can't. Not yet. I'll have to come back to that. Two heart pieces, one on the crater and one in the wall, so no need for any weird hijinks there.
Yeah, which is good because they only have very few health. I think gsk8 is going to have a little bit of trouble with that.
Yeah, just
So
gonna
he's
have to
gonna grab
farm a
the heart
couple
here.
hearts. Yeah.
Probably get back in after one more. It seems like Bonooru is skipping the hint in DMC. That could be interesting. I wonder if gsk8 is going to do the same. Hints are pretty strong, I would say, in Season 4.
Yeah, for sure.
So skipping a hint that early could have, I don't know, Way of the Hero or so. Also skipping the hint in DMT.
Yeah, I can understand what you mean with that. I mean, you might still pick it up now, like go into this hole, reset his timer, and then get it. But I don't know.
Okay, I think Bono is trying to find for health.
Or bombs, maybe.
Yeah, if you want to go for bombs, you have more luck cutting bushes than having stones. Stones is 1 out of 20, and
Oh, I didn't know that.
bushes is a lot more.
I had no idea. He is
There was
going
some
back for the
category
song.
that
though.
revolved around that.
The question now is he gonna go back up and, you know, not implying I'm a better player than Bonooru, I'm obviously not, but I would have gone
No,
down,
don't worry.
gone the hint, and then went back into the city, do the maze, and then get the song. Personally, like I'm curious to see what he'll do now, because he's skipping more hints this way, right?
That's a good question. I really don't know. Also, did gsk8 not check what was on the alcove?
Yeah. Or did he purposely chose to grab these?
Okay, so now he's back up. What the death Fire Temple, Way of the Hero, let's go.
Okay, gsk8, don't you want to turn in that claim check?
He forgot.
Oh, but no, he did. He has it on the tracker. Look there.
Oh,
on the
okay.
D-pad. I didn't know you kept it after turning it in. That's new to me.
You
Sorry.
scared me so much.
Me too. I was like, wait, what? Oh dear.
Okay, so now back to Goron. See, no one going for the skull. I'm a little surprised, but maybe they do it after. Okay, gsk8 going for it. And now RNG, will you grab? Okay, sweet. Now
do you go for Medigoron hint right now, or do you wait?
Oh, that's
Apparently you wait. Ouch. Without hookshot, that is going to hurt quite a bit.
Bonooru set up his health quite nicely here for the bomb skip that he will do afterwards. You always see this in the maze. They'll just start lowering their health.
Yeah, he's probably praying to not get a heart piece or so.
And 50 is dead with Nehru's Love, and that is a magic. That's pretty nice to have. Gets his first try. Very nice. Drops a bomb, but he needs to hurry. Got some problem there lining himself. That could have ended really... Oh, that is the worst recovery art.
Okay, so he pulled the ocarina, so he's going to buffer.
Yep, and there he goes.
So what happens there is that when you pull the ocarina, Link's invulnerability still goes on, but the bomb is paused, and the bomb has multiple hitboxes coming successively. So you're basically having the hitboxes to wait for you to not be invulnerable.
Yeah. The Ocarina has a lot of really weird rules regarding it. I think there's also something with, like, where you can use it to dive down water and stuff. There's a lot of weird things that go on with Ocarina.
Yeah, Ocarina does not make you touch water. Okay, so Bono got very nice bomb drop luck and now has some chews. So even though his explosive count is a little low right now, it's not that bad.
Yep, and there's another wave to Hero Lost Woods, just to remind us that we are in the right place.
Is it the second one we get?
Yeah, the second one.
Okay.
So, if we get another, it's double wave to Hero. Oh, we have Saria's song, so you might as well go here.
Yeah, no Mido backflip today.
No need. A shame, because it's usually pretty funny to watch without the hook shot.
Yeah, they're both pretty good at it, don't worry.
Yeah, true. And so far this seed making plenty of sense, not really out of logic at all. Pretty much just all very sensible stuff.
Oh, and we're seeing a Fire Temple play from gsk8.
I like this. I think this is good. Ooh, Rudo's leather though.
Leather.
For that Jabu. That's a stone Jabu, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's Stone Jabu.
Just saying!
But who knows? I mean, Rudo's Ladder is not only locking Jabu,
That's
it's
true,
also
Ice
locking Fountain, Ice Cavern, which has a song.
I'm just saying. We have Saria's song for Forced Axes, we have a Requiem Spear, we have a Rudo's Leather. I'm just saying, all the stone dungeons!
Starting to gather some strength is...
I like this as well from gsk8. Just getting a quick bomb refill while he's here, and then he can just save, walk back to the entrance. I think he wants a fairy too.
Yeah, he might be committing. I mean, he has a key, why not go for it?
Yeah, true. And you'll need that fairy to cross the central room. What I like here, and I think we'll probably see it, but well, maybe we won't, but I hope Bonooru will use the hover boots to like propel himself across this area. This is really funny to watch.
You think so? He might be, like, at some point you might want to play Requiem.
Yeah, that's what I think he'll do, but like I'm hoping we'll see it because it's just so funny. That's ZL, that's kind of huge. And Water Temple, way the hero.
We have all of our ways of the hero.
Oh no, he's planning to just safe warp out. I'm guessing he'll play Requiem as a child and just immediately do child side trip. He can't really do much without a hook shot. Oh wait, he has a bomb chew. Never mind. You cannot do it that way, right?
Yeah, you can use bomb chews, and I think it's well played to keep it for the child segment because you can use that to help yourself with the time of day.
Yeah, true. Because after you leave
might be night right now.
Yeah, I think it is. Because after you get the song, it's daytime, right?
Yeah, it's midday. Ooh, gsk8 getting really unlucky with that hit. That's going to be really bad. Can he make it?
10
the bomb
seconds.
fuses 4 seconds. So he needs to pull the bomb.
I think he'll just make it. Oh, but now he loses some extra health, and that's like gonna hurt him on the next time he goes in.
Exactly. So right now he's going to have what, 10 seconds when he gets out, and then 8 times 3, 24.
Oh, never mind. He got bailed out.
Wow.
Oh, but he's leaving. he opts to go to Requiem right away. Definitely liking the Rowdy from Bonooru here a little better. Like, you know, he gets his nighttime Kakadon, and then he can go to Requiem, make a day, get a song. It all just kind of lines up nicely.
Yeah, I also agree with the Fire Temple play. It's
Yeah,
you're
same.
there, you don't have Bolero yet, you don't know if you're gonna get it, so seems pretty strong.
I would have liked to see a combination of both things. I would have liked to have seen GSK do this as a child, what he's doing now.
Yeah, but what if you get Minuet?
That's true.
Makes you
What?
so fast.
Oh yeah, true. He still hasn't been to Lost Switch yet. That's true. Well, he gets Prelude. Probably
Ooh,
the
that's
worst
really
song to
good.
get right now because of where Adult Spawn is.
Yeah, but it still saves you quite a bit. I mean, how much time is playing Prelude versus save warping? Save warping on Virtual Console is about
That's
25
true.
seconds.
That is true. I didn't consider that. He's playing Nocturne? Okay, of course, time of day. He probably has it set up correctly for, what's his name?
For Dampe.
Yeah, I think he knows it's the right time. We'll see. Yep, there he is.
Wow.
This is really
I
good
didn't
routing.
even notice that it was the right time. That is so
Yeah.
huge.
He must have betted on it being, you know, or at least like assumed that maybe it could have been Nocturne and kept that in mind as he routed it in. Either way, it's
pretty
really
tight.
tight. Mm-hmm.
And it's really good because you get to check Composer Grave.
Yep.
And as a child, you can do the check with the flame storage. So that's it's very, very efficient from Bono so far.
Yeah. It is really efficient. He's just kind of just going through the sea like swimming through a river downstream. It's really nice and really nice and clean.
It's gonna be really interesting to see what he gets after that. It doesn't have much options to go for in Kakariko right now. Only the skulls, and it seems a bit weak.
Yeah, and I think he'll probably play Requiem, and then we'll see what he does from there. Ooh, that is pretty
He
huge.
has a bomb bag and ZL and Song of Storms.
Yeah,
Do you go for the well play? Is it too early?
I don't know. I think you at least heavily consider doing it, right? Oh no, he did get it. It was just clipped through the wall. Never mind.
Pretty scary doing it without a setup, so it's very important for this flame storage that you open the door at a place that entering the next room is going to light the torch.
Right.
Otherwise, you have not enough time.
Yeah, you want to stick to the left side of the door, or it's not gonna work. It's the mistake I make every time. And it does look like Bonooru, at least for now, will skip to the well. He might come back later, but he wants this song first.
Yeah,
Also-
it could be interesting for Requiem Way of the Hero.
I think one thing we kind of missed out on, I think is really important, is that gsk8 does not have ZL.
Oh, he does not?
No, he went
Yeah.
he went right down to Requiem out of Fire Temple.
So that could be pretty big for a bottom of the well play.
Yeah. That's a double defense on the arch. And another hint. Procs too, I think, was that. Completely
Yeah.
useless piece of heart. You're not gonna care about that.
Okay, we're gonna see Nereus Love Fairy Fountain play.
Yeah. Also 50 skulls is Nereus Love, and 40 is also dead.
So it shouldn't be too much for the skulls today. I'm really wondering what's on OOT.
Me too. Let's see, what kind of options could we fear right now that we really don't want to see? Most of the important songs I say we already have. We have Zia and Sarias, or Minuet alternatively. You know, those are necessary. Oh, Fairy Slingshot would be nice.
Slingshot, okay.
The big one that can bite you in the ass as far as AD goes, I think, is Song of Time. Like in Water Temple, for example, that can really be a problem. You know, when it locks the boss key. But usually it turns out okay. But really, in terms of song, we're not missing anything super important, I would say.
Yeah, you're right. It's not very threatening so far.
It could be logical AD for like Eponas to get into like GTG because reverse base not obviously is not logical, but that wouldn't be an issue for these runners.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too scary.
No, they wouldn't care that much, I imagine.
And Epona only locks 3 checks in total. I mean, 4 with frogs too, but we know it's dead.
Yeah, well, depends on if long shot is in GTG or something. That's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, Eponas otherwise, like, for logical checks is not, if, like, for hard required checks is not particularly too bad.
It's okay. Both runners at the same time in London Ranch done with the Kuko minigame.
Yeah, well, who wants to do that anyway?
The Kuko minigame? You don't like it?
Oh, no, the one in Kakri comment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's Song of
It's
Time, so that one's out of the window.
Is right there.
So right now it's really gonna come down to something like Sun Song's Grave having a really good item, but the chances for AD are rapidly flying out the window in this seed.
Okay, so what is going to be the decision at the end of the ranch?
You might check your safe warp, I imagine. Well, that's what gsk8 is doing at least.
Yeah, that's a very good place to check your save warp. Exiting the ranch takes about 40 seconds, maybe
Yes.
a tiny bit less.
It feels so long, right?
It feels very long.
The only time I don't
Okay.
do it maybe is like if I have something like Sun Song so I can get the skulls, but that's like a maybe. Oh, well, okay. It's right here.
Not too far, just outside of Talon.
Would you warp the graveyard here, or would you just continue going to like Saria's song? That's the question I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think gathering new songs is the important thing here, so that's what gsk8 is doing. Oh, wait. Oh, no, he does not have ZL. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, so gsk8 is doing a Skull Mask play right now?
It looks like it, yeah. But it's daytime.
And Bono is hesitating to do Kukos. He
He's
knows
doing it.
gsk8 is going to do them.
Uh-oh. Chickens on both streams is more likely
Yeah.
than you think.
And very, very experienced chicken gatherers. Chicken is actually one very, very technical thing to be fast at. It has been at the beginning of speedruns just forever. And yeah, getting a good segment on Chicken, like managing to get a good influence over them is really important.
Yeah.
Because when you throw them, they start, they're just jumping
Bouncing
for a little
around.
bit. Then they do a couple steps forward, and then they go to the exact opposite position of where Link is.
Yeah.
So
You can hurt
you
these for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be very careful where you step after you throw them, so that you want to push them as close as possible to Anju's pen.
Yeah. And you can abuse this in all kinds of ways. You can even like throw away a decking nut from far away to like push them into the right direction from a distance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there's a lot of technicalities involved in this. I still think though that I would have preferred to have seen gsk8 go for Lost Woods. And the reason why it's also Wave the Hero, right? And you have Saria's song, and you have a slingshot. Wait, does he have a slingshot?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have a slingshot. Sorry,
I also
Bonooru
agree
has
with
a
you
slingshot.
that rushing song is seems like the urge right now. But we'll see. Maybe it pays off.
We'll see. And Bonooru
There's
used
not much that he could get that would help him clear Lost Wood, would it?
No, a slingshot's really all he needs, but he missed out on a slingshot that was accessible earlier.
And some Deku notes.
Always nice to have, especially since he was kind of running a little bit low.
Alright, and surprisingly Bonooru is just walking, so he's probably thinking that Lost Wood is more urgent than doing Bottom of the Well, and he has Nocturne, so it's no big deal to come back.
Or he's going to River. We don't know yet. Nah, he's going to Lost Woods.
Apparently not, yeah.
We're going for a small little hike here.
Tiny bit of hiking.
Not a happy hiking seat so far, and you haven't seen a lot of traveling. I watched one earlier that was just like hiking all over the map.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I think that was
Maybe
the one
we
you
can
played,
see
right,
it.
Arthur? Like that was just a lot of traveling.
Oh, maybe. It really depends on the song layout, but it's true that in Season 4 you could end up having to travel around the field quite a bit. And it makes it really interesting because if your routing has you doing more hiking than your opponent, then you're at a big disadvantage.
I also wanted to point out, I think we now know why gsk8 opted not to go right to Lost Woods immediately. After he was finished in CAC, he traded in the mask, and now he has a skull mask that he can use in Lost Woods, which makes a lot of sense considering this is a wave 0 Lost Woods seed.
Oh yeah, true. That was very likely the urge for Skull Mask.
Yeah, I imagine. So now it makes a lot more sense why you would opt to go to Kakariko first.
Yeah. I'm
And
sorry
you can do the chickens while you
didn't
turn
see
the
that.
mask in and stuff as well.
It's probably a good decision. I would agree with chat on that. Was it Greg in the sword chest?
Yep.
Really happy.
I don't know. I wouldn't be happy about that, to be honest. It's like the worst
Okay.
per minute count ever. Feels so slow too. I do like that Bono kind of timed it perfectly. He's like here at nighttime, so I can get the skull while he's here too, which is nice. And I think it's the same for Mr. gsk8 here.
Yep. And let's see, Midos has another bomb bag. We have seen all of them so far.
Yep.
All of them are Sphere 0.
Ooh, and a Kokiri sword.
Kokiri sword. Well, he's going straight there.
Why
not even
wouldn't you, right?
waiting.
What would you do if you found a Kokiri sword in Mido's house?
It's 5 minutes, 7 checks, potentially 3 Skulltulas, at least 2.
And a medallion.
Yeah, you have bomb bags, so you know it's gonna be fast.
Yep.
You have slingshot, so it's even in logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's
It's
too
very good.
many things pointing you here. This would have been
Is he
worth it for the
going for
medallion
hints?
alone.
So apparently Bonooru going for at least 1 hint. Does he go for a second one? He has all of the way of the heroes that he needs, getting a duplicate 50 and going for the hints.
Yeah. I think you want to at least consider the option that you haven't had 30 yet, and I think that's still something you kind of don't want to risk it on too much, because having to collect 30 later on is a bit annoying. You'll want to route it in, whereas if you see that you don't need 30, 20 is very easy to get, right? Like you barely need average. You almost always get that. I'm just routing the skulls in as you trample.
Yeah, and sadly only duplicate hints for Bonooru around the Deku tree, but I would suppose that gsk8 is going to go for the same. Both players are usually pretty safe, I would say.
Yeah.
But maybe a tiny bit more risk on Bono's side.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a big difference between the two players. I think both players prefer pretty consistent plays. Well, there's the Iron Boots you need to finish the seed, so definitely worth coming here.
Nice. So the seed's going on.
Yeah, very linear so far. Kind of just shows itself, but we're still missing a lot of items like the bow and the hookshot that can really trip us up.
Yeah, it's always super scary when you start the seed with having a lot of items. Okay, and gsk8 is going to show us a different technique than what Bono has been doing. Bono has been going through the back, and gsk8, missing the side hop. It's a pretty precise position that you have to side hop from. So he's going to try again.
Which is why you usually don't see people do this one, because it's just a little bit more inconsistent, I would say. For a very minor time save.
It's difficult. It's 4 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. It's not particularly much. If you mess it up, I think it's just a straight up time loss.
Yep. Sadly, but you know, gsk8 is kind of a technician. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go for those small time saves more often.
Right, yeah. You know, like I mentioned earlier, they add up, right? Like, you know, the more of those little things you can do consistently, the more it's gonna matter.
Yeah, that's very true.
Especially when you're up against someone like Bonooru, you will want every second you can get.
Yeah. But I think you will see Bono shining more on movement, which is trajectory, the choices of movement that he uses.
Ooh.
Mirror shield so early.
Another stone item.
Spirit stone. But I mean, Deku Tree is not indicated anywhere near a Way of the Hero or whatsoever. The Kokiri sword is not Way of the Hero.
No.
So, I mean, you needed to finish the seed, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
But there's nothing telling you that this mirror shield was not there, just randomly there.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Sometimes, you know, it's very easy to start looking into things where there isn't really anything going on.
It has to be somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it looks like Bono is going to be collecting the 3 classic skulls of the Deku Tree.
Yeah. It's also worth considering that, you know, Sphere is by far the biggest sphere, so obviously there's going to be the most items in there. Like, it just kind of makes sense.
Okay, and now probably equipping bombs at some point.
Indeed. To get that ground jump.
Starting the fuse very early, that's very nice for time save, and then using the recoil.
And you get the first ride. Very nice.
Backing up. What happened with the flame storage? Did it just straight up not work?
Yeah, I think it was slightly off on the wrong position. I failed all the time too on that one. It's kind of weird to position yourself with the chest in the way. Often you think you're right and your angle is correct, but your position isn't. You have to kind of do a weird angle to get that one, like slightly different than normal. It's not a big deal, but it can trip you up a bit sometimes.
Okay. And we're seeing the new Season 4 Goma fight, because Season 4 has the Kokiri sword every time, so we used to see broken sticks here, not anymore.
Nope.
Just storing the jump slash from the Deku stick in order to get the damage, and then going to fight Goma with the sword crouch stabs.
Yeah, and a very nice one cycle. 40 minutes in and we already have 2 dungeons done. That's pretty fast, I would say, for a Season 4 seed.
Yeah, it's starting pretty good.
It's very Season 3 reminiscent so far, you know. DC isn't dull, and then Deku after it. Usually the 2 dungeons you saw all the time in in Season 3. Yeah. Usually in the opposite order, but that doesn't matter.
What did I miss, Toxic? What was he doing?
Did you see that, by the way? I don't know if you saw that, but that was crazy. gsk8 was reflecting the Deku nut from the central scrub, and at the same time reflected the one from the side with the side of his shield, and still managed to make it hit the one on the side. So he got 2 with one block.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That was insane. And that just really goes to show the level of player that we are dealing with here on both sides, to be honest. It's really gonna come down to the margins on this one, I think.
Yeah, routing has mostly been the strongest thing in randomizer decision making and efficiency. Then movement is really nice to see between top players, but it's usually, you know, it's shiny, it's cool to watch, but it's really, really small compared to like routing and decisions.
Yeah. Which makes sense because, you know, OTR is not particularly necessarily a speedrun, even though it involves all speedrunning elements. It's kind of that mix between speedrunning and puzzling that makes it so intriguing, I think.
Yeah, and then the time save that you can get with crazy cool tech is super small, but if you skip an entire area that takes 10 minutes to do, you could do all the tricks you want, you're not gonna catch up.
Yeah, true. And 30 is also dead now, so lost Call Seed. And that is another Lost Woods hint.
Okay, I'm curious if we're going to find something else that could be Way of the Hero in Lost Woods right now. We
haven't
have
found anything
already
yet,
found... we found Rudo's letter in the business scrub.
Yeah, you're right.
More choose. And time for the memory game.
Yeah. So far, it's looking like a weird regional spin on like the minuets. No, now it's not anymore. Now it's just weird. No, Arthur, I think you have a calming effect on me as a commentator. Normally, I'm quite loud and boisterous, yeah.
Oh, yeah, go loud or do it.
But you in my ear, like just talking like the way you always do. I'm like, I'm too chill to shout.
Okay, I'll try to hype you up.
No, it's okay. We haven't had a hype moment yet. It's gonna happen, I'm sure.
Okay,
So
how many
far
more
it's been-
checks do we have in Lost Woods? Not too many.
I think we
just
have
one.
Skull Mask
Just
left.
Skull Mask.
Yeah. And if that is something big, that would be a huge benefit in gsk8's favor. Because let's think about it. Bonooru is not likely to come back here as a child very soon.
Yeah, but Bonooru is being so efficient having ZL right now.
Yeah. Especially
it's
with
gonna
this
be
one.
really difficult.
Yeah. They'll be able to do the pots as well. Like just all these, gsk8 will have to come back for us as a child if there's something here. And if he wants
Do
to
you think-
do it.
Do you think he considers DMT Song of Storms? Because I think he has not done that as adults. So that's kind of the moment that he's the closest to being there. But it's just so far.
Yeah. I mean, Bonooru couldn't have done it yet. He didn't have Song of Storms as an adult, so... If he's gonna do it, I think he's gonna wait with it until he goes back to adult. That's my guess, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. So, okay, he has choose, so he's going to try to snipe the rolling Goron from here. 1, 2,
We'll see if that works.
and then doing this. Does he go for the cutscene skip? Yeah, he goes for it. So, if you just watched Bono just pressed C up in order to get into first-person mode, and now he's going to be free before the end of the cutscene,
That's
and he just peeked at it like that.
And it's just a bomb refill. It's nice though. It saves you a little bit of
the
time.
rolling Goron.
He missed it, yeah. It didn't look right to me. But what do I know?
I mean, it should be huge. The hitbox of that rolling Goron is immense.
I think the chew itself was on the wrong angle. Ooh. That's some MLG skills there by the rolling Goron.
The jump. Okay, not much so far, so not a big advantage. Skull Mask was nothing? Okay, sorry, I didn't pay attention.
So neither of these players getting any benefit out of their early ZL and Skull Mask on the other side. So might actually work in gsk8's favor here that he doesn't go there.
Yeah, it's interesting because Bonooru is definitely going to be intrigued. If there's any research phase, he's going to be wondering what Skull Mask has because Lost Wood is Way of the Hero.
And it's
But for gsk8, it's not going to be that much of a hurry to do Child Goron City.
No. And I would argue Child Goron City is faster than getting Skull Mask. Of course, he already put the time in for Skull Mask, but I think it's even worse if you have to go Child for it again. Whereas, gsk8 kind of routed it in as he was doing chickens and stuff. Like, just kind of got it on the way. Didn't really commit that much time to it.
Yeah, it's always a big question. Do you want to do Child 1 Skull Mask or not? It's quite a bit of a commitment. Samsung.
There you go.
So Samsung on Saria, what does it unlock? One more check. Oh, one more check on the way to bottom of the well?
He might go bottom of the well.
Because graveyard is not indicated to be more important than something else, right?
No, I think he's planning to go to a bottom of the well. And I think in his position it kind of makes sense. Let's consider, right, if he went back to adult now, what's he really going to do? He has no hookshot, he has no bow.
Yeah, but there's a child spirit right now also.
Yeah, that is true. And he does have the slingshot to, actually make his way through it. Even though he has, obviously, other options. But it looks like he's going for skulls.
Yeah, it's funny that he's playing Samsung here and didn't do the check in graveyard?
Which check?
Has it been
Oh, the Sunsong one. Yeah.
the
True.
Sunsong grave? Did we get a sometimes hint about it?
I don't think we did. No. No, Dampé has done Bono. Bono has done Dampé, sorry. Dampé has done
He made him who he is.
in Soviet Hyrule, Dampé does you.
Okay, interesting. I think gsk8 is going for a child spirit right now.
It's definitely looking like it.
Well, how can he know that it's in logic?
What do you mean?
He doesn't, right? He doesn't have a ranged weapon as child.
He doesn't have a ranged weapon, so he doesn't know that this is in logic. No. But I guess he just doesn't care.
It's interesting. I mean, you're up against Bono. You have to pull some stuff.
Yeah.
And considering the amount of stuff we have found around Spirit, I mean, we could just be paranoid and they just have to be somewhere, but it could definitely look like it's going to be something.
Especially that we still haven't found a hookshot or a bow. That's kind of giving me some worry. I think in their position you would oh, okay, well there it is. Good intuition there by Bonooru, I would say. Not that he had much options left, but...
So he's deciding to leave?
Yeah, he hasn't got a prelude. gsk8 has prelude, but Bono does not.
It's on his tracker.
Not on Bono's tracker. Prelude does not. Oh, he's going up River?
Oh. Yeah, I really wonder the same as Toxic Oxygen in chat. Why not do the well? It's a very interesting question. A bow does not unlock too much right now. I mean, Cackway of the Hero, you have one more check.
Adult Shooting Gallery, yeah, but you're not gonna get into Thorsten with just a bow.
So what's the other idea? It's handing out the letter?
It seems to be River for him. That seems to be the other idea.
Okay, probably just get one because you want to place it in lake.
Yeah. Still no hook shots, and I've seen it happen a few times where the hook shot is in lake and it's just it's locked behind the beam.
Yeah, that happens way too often.
It happens way too often. Yep. If I hadn't found a hook shot by now, I started getting a little bit sweaty. But
and he has everything to full clear the river, so it's never going to be a bad play.
No, I would still have preferred to have seen a well here, but maybe Bonooru is just kind of betting on it being nothing and doesn't want to invest the time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really surprising. Oh, gsk8 going for tech stuff. Oh, that was a bit late. Can he still load the rest?
He got it.
He got it. Nice.
Very
and
impressive.
just climbing through that skull. Amazing.
You want to explain what just happened there, Arthur? Because I think you know better than I do what that was.
So as soon as he entered the room, he threw some chews with precise angles provided by Toxic Oxygen. And you also have to start climbing up because otherwise what you're trying to shoot is not yet loaded, so you can't really shoot it. So you have to be climbing, and then some cutscenes are happening, and Link keeps climbing up, and during those cutscenes, the Skulltulas basically won't hit you. I don't know if they don't have a hitbox anymore or so, but you'll just climb through it.
Link is always immune during cutscenes, so that's...
Oh, he's just immune completely. Okay.
But yeah, that's... not a trick you see often, I would say, on the restream, but these players are definitely going to pull out all of the guns because neither of these players want to go home today, and one of them will have to leave the tournament after this match. It is an elimination bracket match, so one of these players will not be continuing after this, and neither of them want to be it. So they're going to do everything they can to get that victory here tonight.
And we're seeing gsk8 go on with Child Spirit. He has done flame storage in order to be able to light those torches, which is quite a bit of time save so that you don't have to collect those silver rupees that you see around the room.
Yep. It's also pretty easy to pull off. You know, it's, honestly, think it's harder to do with Din's Fire, for example.
Yeah, it's so useful.
It is very useful.
And I didn't pay much attention about the key layout, if it was in map chest or not, but I trust chat with that.
I trust that too. 30 was a piece of heart, I want to say. Heart container, never mind. Either way, there's nothing. There's a little ground jump here, open the chest.
Bono is going to be handing in the letter and very likely doing domain.
Yeah, I imagine he will be. Minuet of Force from Ocarina of Time. Yeah, that's definitely not necessary in this seed, so it would be nice to have.
What was hinted? Minuet?
Minuet on OOT.
Oh,
Not required, but when you have neither a bolero or a minuet, that's kind of annoying, I would say, especially with your save point being outside of Hyrule.
It makes the routing complicated.
Yeah, definitely annoying, I would say. That would mean bolero probably on Ice Cavern, right? I imagine, or Burning Cack or something, but definitely not one of the more annoying checks either way.
Prelude was there. What else would we have? Like Serenade?
Serenade, yeah. Prelude we already have accounted for. So Serenade
is left.
Oh, not Minuet, sorry. Bolero. Yeah, there's not much left now. Could be Eponas. In fact, I probably think it's Eponas on Ice Cavern, I imagine.
You think that would help with the Way of the Hero bottle? I mean, it's already Way of the Hero to get to Jabu.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't know that. It's a stone.
That's true.
Sorry, that was wrong. I said something really wrong.
Epona would be on Ice Cavern. That was what I was thinking. And gsk8 will also be picking up his bow here from the spot, so let's not abandon them. You really wouldn't abandon 20 and 10, would you? It's kind of like too risky, I would say. Especially 10. When it's this early on.
If you metagame against your opponent, no one is playing super aggressively risky, so I don't think there's much need for them to go with these plays.
Yeah. And a whole lot of nothing in domain.
So both player handed in the 10 skulls.
Wait, I just want to point out something here, Arthur.
Yeah, go ahead.
To Child Spirit, but he never left. He didn't get ZL. Wait, what was ZL?
Wait, no. ZL is on Minuet.
Oh, okay.
It's prelude on Requiem. You can breathe again. Everything is fine.
Oh my god! It's the second time I make a mistake like that. First time I was like, game check. I thought he didn't turn it in, and now in this one, never mind.
It's okay. It's okay. You're just bumping up the pressure.
True. I'm trying to make sure you're paying attention. Never mind.
Okay, so very likely one bean also for gsk8. Bonooru is now in market. I wonder if he is committing to a Skull Mask play. Ooh, gsk8 with the Kuko trying to escape. Okay, the Kuko is in the water. He can manage. Yeah, exactly. So he's going very left so that the Kuko goes on the right and reaches the land again.
Just like how you would hurt the chickens inside of the Kakariko. You can do the same.
Perfect. Yeah. That's very smart to like know the influence and just stay smart when bad things happen.
Skips the frogs in the rain for now at least.
He didn't check it.
He didn't check it. I think he just went right.
He can't. He does not have Song of Storm because of the ZL.
Yeah. Oh, that's painful. Because having to come back here just for storms is kind of annoying.
Well, luckily it's nothing, but he will not be able to know it.
Yeah, and that might, sit in the back of his head like, maybe I should go check it out again.
One more Zia luck chest check for Bonooru right now.
Surprised he picked up
And
this. Oh, never mind. I think he's just gonna get it as an adult, right?
which one?
The one in the fountain.
What do you mean? I think I missed the part of the
Oh,
sentence.
the fairy fountain in Zora's fountain. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I think he's just putting that with the ice cavern play. It's true that it gives you like an early hint, and it also gives you a skull, but I would imagine this is more suited for a Jabu play, which doesn't seem to be what they want to do so far.
No. Also, I would say at this point the value of hints is kind of diminishing. We know where OOT is. They've got the way of the heroes. They know their barons. They know their skulls. At this point, like, what more information are you really gonna get out of hints?
Yeah, you would be hunting for sometimes, and there's a lot of duplicates still missing, so
Yeah.
not
You wouldn't
too crazy
go,
value.
Yeah, you wouldn't go spending time going into fountain just for that.
Okay, Sunsun Grave for Bonooru that he skipped earlier in a little bit of a weird way, but doing it now.
Yeah. Bit surprised too, because he wanted to set it to nighttime anyway, so he could have just done it then.
Okay, so it's nothing.
Otherwise, both players seem to have pretty much the same ID here, though. GSK also turns in his letter.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting up with the jump slash tech stuff right there instead of climbing. It's true that the climbing animation is pretty slow, but I had never seen that. Really cool. And we have Bonooru going to CAC Way of the Hero archery check.
Yep. No check left behind. He doesn't want to get, messed up by that way of the hero. Doesn't want to take any risks. I think it's smart, personally.
Yeah, it's very nice. And so far, what have we seen from CAC? We've seen a Requiem and a bow on 10 skulls.
Yep. And 2 bomb bags, but those cancel each other out, so that can't be way of the hero.
Okay. Did we see any other bows?
No, not yet. That's the only one.
So, yeah, okay. Do you think Bono is skipping well to rush ice? I mean, that's pretty smart now for us because we know that gsk8 is not going to be very tempted to go bottom of the well. But I still think that it's very nice to go bottom of the well. It was on his way pretty quick, good density.
It's not too long. Pretty fast.
But we'll see. Hey, gsk8 almost done.
Will also
with
not.
domain. Yeah, Jabu's pretty risky play. I don't know. Would you have done it?
No, but I'm not a risky player either. But
Okay.
I don't play much in the first place. I'm more a commentator, to be honest, than a watcher. But
that's
if I
perfectly
I
fine.
wouldn't have done it either. Not without
Yeah,
forward.
if it was a medallion, maybe, even though, I mean, you don't have anything to come back fast.
Yeah, if I had Forwards, I'd check it. That's basically usually my condition for doing it.
Okay, very nice angle setup for Bonooru that just skipped playing Zelda's Lullaby. Zelda's Lullaby to open the waterfall is crazy slow. It's like 18 seconds of a cutscene.
Yeah. You're like, okay, we get it, game. The waterfall splits, very nice. They showed the sky and everything. Really elaborate animation.
Really happy.
Really happy waterfall splitting.
Yeah. I would agree with Sponge in chat saying that if you have the boomerang, then first 3 checks of Jabu are okay. They're decent, you know, they're a choice.
Yeah, if you have the boomerang, sure, but none of these players do. If you don't have a horse wind also, I don't think I would bother at least. Now, what I'm curious about is, Arthur, when do you consider doing Water Temple with a hero?
Oh,
Yeah, I
well,
improved early too, from Deku Tree.
well, right now you're basically waiting for a hook shot, but I would not wait for the long shot. Definitely, I think. Yeah, it's pretty important. You have a strength, you have a bow, so that's a lot to progress through. So yeah, you're just hunting for a hook shot and then hoping that you can reach the item, which is, I mean, am I wrong to say it's 90% chance you can get the way of the hero in Water Temple because you're just locked out of Morpha?
Yeah, pretty much. What's the odds that it could be a long shot inside of Water Temple that is the way of the hero? That would be fun.
That could happen.
It could happen, yeah. That's definitely not impossible. In fact, I think it's not even that unlikely either, considering how few items are locked by Water Temple usually. Because of how...
Yeah, well, the thing is you have some checks that are a long shot locked in Water Temple, and then depending on key layout, it could key lock chests by the long shot, so it could be reduced by this very item.
Yeah, that's... Still, if it's there, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, but thank God it's hindered.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bonooru going through Ice Cavern sadly is not going to be able to grab the Skulltulas.
And gsk8 going to get a ZL that he forfeited earlier.
Yeah, that must be pretty scary for him right now because he knows, like, with early Saria, you might want to get it earlier.
Why do you think he skipped it? Like, do you think he just forgot maybe, or like...
No, I think it's just a habit of, like, trying not to push your first adult segment for too long. Which, in Season 4, you always want to... You still, as in S3, you still want to rush songs mostly, and depending where you are and how easy it is for you to access there, sometimes you just don't want to go around.
No, it's kind of true words with swords.
And yeah, as Melrose is saying, like, there are chances that you could find a hook, and then once you're there, if you don't get Minuet, then it's a good time to do Forest Temple or to just dip it.
Yeah, that's also true. So I guess maybe he was hoping to find a hook shot somewhere, perhaps.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in Forest Temple, spoiler alert.
What? Really? Nothing? Why would he be there?
Oh, and sadly gsk8 missing the turn, so the roll that he is doing, on the angle that you roll, you cannot grab the ledge. So what you want to do is, before the hover boots run out, you want to be done with your roll so that you can change the angle of Link to make him able to grab. And apparently this did not work out.
Unfortunate. Will cost him a little bit of time.
But overall, he's still rushing Ice Cavern, and surprisingly not too far behind Bono. Bono has more checks though.
I'm gonna make a really weird random throwback to earlier, but when gsk8 was doing, or was it Bono that was? No, I think it was doing gsk8 was doing Ripper. He didn't have Storm, right? But he dropped the chicken, right, and it went into the water, and he herded it back onto land, but like moving properly. I just kind of thought it was cool to mention that, like, that just shows how focused and confident he must be. Because if you're nervous, you might panic a bit, but like he just stayed calm, kept thinking, just did it, right? Like
yeah. When you see the chicken go away, there's so much water around. Like, managing the chicken with so much water around is just so crazy. And you might be just focused on running at the chicken, which is the bad thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he stayed really smart on that one. Okay, Bono getting trolled a little bit and using some ground jumps. So if you are new to Ocarina of Time Randomizer, you are allowed to do what is called ground jump. So what you do is that you use a bomb, and you're going to interrupt the grabbing animation of the bomb by having your shield up.
That's not how it is.
This way. And then you're gonna be set free by the bomb hitting your shield, and then as soon as you do a backflip or a side hop, the game is going to remember to throw you forward.
Yeah, why? Nobody really knows. It's such a glitch.
I mean, some people might know, I don't, but...
I mean, I'm pretty much a lifelong programmer. I couldn't explain you how that works. I really can't. I can explain how most glitches work, but that one just makes no sense to me. Has to be some really weird shit going on in the engine to make that happen. Oh, there it is.
Okay, and as you said, yeah, it's Epona.
Classic. Classic Ice Cavern. How often does this happen?
Yeah, Ice Cavern for Epona. So when you see Epona there's a few things you could think about. So Epona is going to be locking 3 checks, collecting a Big Poe, and the horseback archery in Gerudo Fortress. But it's also locking crossing.
Which is way also hinders foolish, by the way. Based on this foolish, so that can't be it.
Oh yeah. I was mentioning crossing the Gerudo Bridge in Gerudo Valley so that you can access to the fortress and GTG.
And we have a bow, so there's quite a few checks in there that we could potentially check out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it could be that the first hook shot is behind.
Oh,
Never mind.
That is big.
That's the first hook shot, and that is pretty big because some dungeons are now clearable. We're thinking mostly about Forest Temple, but it's a stone. So do you really want to do it?
Yeah, also
And,
water so we could check out now, right?
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about it earlier. Water Temple is Way of the Hero. You can now do most of the checks.
Yeah, and for people mention it, even though Urdo's letter, we got that. That doesn't necessarily need to be for this. We also have Gran's castle on access that we could use. So there's a couple of ways we could have unfrozen King Sora. So it's not for that, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, good. When Bonooru... Yeah, Bonooru is rushing checks that are behind Epona right now, so he's going to be collecting a Big Poe.
You might as well be going this way. Though.
Yeah, that's really nice. So, do you think he's going water first?
Or GHG, I don't know. We're gonna
He has not set up the Scarecrow, right?
No, yes, he has not been to Lake Hylia yet at all, despite buying the beans. I imagine he would have done it if he got on the scale in the main, but he didn't, so he would have gone a long way around to get there.
It's true. No happy hiking for either of those 2 runners.
Would you consider it because of your spawn being in sort of long range? It's not a super long hike from there.
Oh, that's true. It's not a super long hike.
You could do the south of the field checks.
It really depends what else you have to do as adult, and I think for both of these runners, like there was much left to do as adults, so you may want to delay it. And then, especially when you have hover boots and shoes, you always think to yourself that like you could very easily do that as adult as soon as you have a way to cross the bridge.
Yeah, that's true.
But it could backfire.
Fair enough.
So having some Hyrule Field checks. I'm super curious if he's going to Lake right now or if he's going to GTG.
Yeah, we'll see. You can make good arguments for both plays, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they'll decide to do here.
Yeah, so as we were saying, Epona's Way of the Hero, we just saw Big Pose. Big Pose was nothing, am I right?
Yeah, it was nothing.
And so Epona could be Way of the Hero for stuff that are after the bridge, and if it's not for the archery, then it's for jumping over the bridge. And the other item that lets you do that is... Oh my god, gsk8. Okay, the other item that lets you do that is the long shot.
Right.
So if the long shot was available at the same time as Epona, then you wouldn't need Epona to jump that bridge, so it would not be Way of the Hero. So that's a big classic from OOTR, is having Epona Way of the Hero in order to get the long shot somewhere around Fortress, so GTG or something like that.
Yeah, and that makes it even more questionable what that Jabu Way of the Hero letter is for. Because if it's not for Epona, then what is it for? There was nothing in the icy waters as far as we could see.
Yeah, but the density in GTG, I mean, right now, I think you don't want to think about Jabu. It's just the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Too
If we-
scary.
Yeah, but if we find a long shot before we cross the bridge, then that really does, you know. You would hold it off for now, but if you find a long shot in Forest Temple,
Oh, that's so scary.
you would start thinking about that Jabu, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You're shaking in your boots.
You're like, not like this, not like this.
Okay, so I cannot yet say that Bono is going to Lake because, I mean, if you want to clear higher field, which is a very good time with Epona, you would still do this.
Yeah, he definitely would. We'll see what he does after he gets the one, the open cave earlier. Well, not the open cave, the one with the business corrupt in it. Also, Futon, the reason why we're not mentioning Frogs 2 is because we know it's nothing. We already had the hint for that. So that's not something we're considering as part of Epona at the moment. But yes, you're right. Eponas can be for Frogs 2.
Oh yeah. That's very true.
But nothing to see.
It's always so easy to forget Frogs 2 for all of those songs.
It really is.
Okay, gsk8 unfreezing King Zora.
You'll get a hook shot as well.
And it's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do. Oh, more Epona? Oh, okay, more Epona for the lake.
We're going to Lake. He's not
Ooh.
ignoring that water wave, the hero. Now we'll see if it's like locked behind Morpha or something, which would be really interesting and also pretty awful. He will not be able to do much else here, though. He can do the lamp dive out of logic. You need gold skill for this, technically speaking. I don't think anyone really cares, though, but it is a thing.
It's important to know, because if the logic is pushing you to do that.
Yeah, definitely you need to know it, but it's not something you're gonna care about. Gets the skull. Very nice. But he can't do fishing, he can't do the rooftop because, Scarecrow song. No beam.
Yeah.
That's
And it's a Hylian shield hype.
bit late for that now.
Yeah. It's really, I mean, it's questionable. I think Water Tempo is the best play here. No big deal about that. But you could be betting on GTG letting you get a long shot somewhere there, and then you would just jump off
And the water.
the cliff and be able to clear both Gerudo Valley and arrive into the lake with a long shot for less backtracking.
Here's the alternative argument you could make, though, is that they don't have Horus Winter set to GTG, and what if, for example, Strength 2 was in Water Temple?
Yeah, that's the big oof then. I
Yeah.
completely agree with you.
So there's definitely, there's a risk either way, either that could be bad here. The only thing that you could say is that water is required and GTG is maybe required, so water
Exactly.
value is a bit higher.
And as we said, I mean, 90% chance that you find the Way of the Hero item in Water Temple is really huge.
Yeah.
When you can be key locked out of the chest that you won because you don't have the second strength in GTG, and that would be really, really bad.
Yeah. It has to be said, though, 90% chance we'll get something here, but I think logically speaking, the chance is a bit lower because of how Longshot looks how things out. I think there's I want to say 3 checks in total that are locked left. Morpha, Dragon Chest. No, not Dragon Chest, sorry, the one, the Bosky Chest and another one, right?
Yeah, and the push block.
Yeah, push block, exactly. Yeah, so that's 3. No, what if with Hoppers is pretty fast? I don't think speed is the thing we're worried about here. It's just more that you can do it all in one go if you find Longshot and GTG.
Oh yeah, I was too focused on Bono, but gsk8 just got back to
Child.
and playing Prelude from the pedestal.
I think he made a mistake.
I was wondering because Gskate times stuff to the frame, so I was like, if he is doing that, it has to be faster.
They
But
literally like 1 frame time save.
yeah, I mean, you gotta take it.
That would be 50 milliseconds. I don't think I would say that. You would have to miss 1 input and it's already slower.
I mean, there are some instances in Randomizer in which, like, a couple of backwalks that are slower, you still want to do them, or a couple resets that are a few seconds slower, you want to do them because it gives you time for tracking, gives you time to decide if you're routing, and you have other stuff to worry than trying to have perfect movement just to match another thing that would have been easier.
This is another reason that some people even like put off Force Temple a little bit until like, they feel like they're stuck, and then they'll go Force Temple because Force Temple is like so brain dead you can actually think about what you want to do next. Volume.
Yeah,
There's really a reason why some people do it.
Yeah, I'm a big Force Temple lover, so
Oh my god, me
wouldn't say
too!
it's brain dead.
Yes, I'm not alone!
Okay, so we have found one item non-keylocked in Water Temple so far.
And
I'm gonna be trying to keep track of that, and then Bono really nicely doing this jump over the spikes.
Yeah.
So the reason why he's going forward and backflipping is that the spikes are meant to throw you forward, but relative to Link.
yeah, it's
So
just
if you're
whatever
running
direction.
at them,
Yeah.
they're throwing you forward, which makes you go over them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gsk8 here in well. He will not be wasting all the time on post because he just got a big bow.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient. A little bit of time save here.
Yeah. It's not gonna make a big difference because there's nothing on it.
One item keylock this time, so we should be looking for one item non-keylocked and one item keylocked. Unless we are on the 1 in 30 chances scenario.
1 in 30 chances. What are the chances? Well, there they are.
Yeah, because basically, so the explanation is that all of the keys could be in checks that are not keylocked or stuff like that.
Ooh, big on sword. That's gonna be a nice little like cumulative time gainer, so to say.
Yeah, and pretty tech trick going on Bono's side. He's going to be looking for Big Blue, ideally, so that he can just pull the block. And what's going to happen? Oh, he has to pull for 2 frames. 1 and 2. Okay, perfect.
What a weird trick.
And so what happens here is that the bomb is going to free Link before the block even starts moving, so you still have time to go through, and then the block is already initiating his movement.
Yeah.
And you're just over this, and you don't have to loop around.
Yeah, it's really just a way of inflicting to yourself what you might do with something like, those big mirrors in like Spirit Temple that you can push around, and you want to get hit by the lizard balls in that room, so you interrupt the animation of you pulling at it. That's basically what you're doing with the bomb, as far as I know.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks a lot more complicated than it actually really is, but it's still pretty tricky to pull off.
Yeah, when it came out, some people were wondering, like, oh my god, are you clipping? And it's like, no, the block has not yet moved. So you can go through.
It looks a lot dodgier than it is, basically.
It does, but it's a nice tag, and it's quite a bit of time save if you can one pause it.
Is this a dense fire central pillar seat? I hope not. That sounds awful. Did they find the Zora's tunic? No, they did not. So, logically speaking, we can't even be here, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, I think Gsk8 found a wallet, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So Gsk8 can, logically speaking, be here now.
Oh wait, he would need one more wallet.
Oh yeah, Sword King is 300. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Gsk8 has shown us a very, very solid dead-end fight. Dead-end as child is quite techy, and the distance and everything. It's really not easy, and it's always a pleasure to see it done clean like that.
And that's why it's always so fun to commentate, like highly technical players like Bonooru and Gsk8. Like you said, technicalities. in the grand scheme of things, being good at routing is way more important in like decision making. It's a treat to watch every time, right? It's all these little tricks.
Yeah, it's shiny, you know. It's really nice.
It's what you come here to the restream for. You want to see those flags. I know when you were playing in Silver Gauntlets and you did the one cycle Phantom Ganon, chat lost it. Which you might very well see if they go there.
But it doesn't save too much, so I don't think it's that worth. How many keys have we found yet? I would say 3 and the boss key.
Yeah.
And the boss key was non-key locked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be waiting on chat to tell us if the checks behind keys are long shot locked. But I think there was a key. Yeah, it was definitely a small key. Wait, no, it was the boss key behind the push block.
Yeah, I actually don't remember.
Know.
I have really bad short-term memory. I already forgot everything.
It's gonna depend on Dragon Chest Morpha. Oh, okay.
Alright, we'll see then. Time to see, hopefully, a really clean Dark Link fight.
Yeah, he's going to be equipping nets. Okay.
gsk8 just lost his shield there. But he might be able to scum it back if there's nothing down there.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, he is hopefully not needing a shield anytime soon. He does not want to do Jabu, and his child segment looks pretty clean so far. Like, what else is there? Not much to fight for, I would say.
Hammer!
What's the hammer?
Wow. And he's out of here. He's not even checking anything else. He's like, I'm done. I got what I needed. Oh, no, never mind. He plays Song of Time, of course. I forgot for a moment you played Song of Time here.
But, I mean, that's the second item being key locked. So he knows that, does he know that River Chest is not going to be an item? I'm pretty sure it cannot be.
Nothing. But who knows?
The well was empty. Ooh.
Yeah, other than, you know, big onslaught. Just nice to have, but definitely not something you would go there for.
Yeah, tiny bit of a payback on the big Poe, but yeah, nothing that makes you too happy.
Definitely not worth it. Been getting a...
So one more key right there. Does that mean it's long shot locked? I'm going to let chat tell me this. And this could very well be one more item. I think it's a 50-50 right now if it's an item or a key.
Last is a Morpha.
Ooh, last item on Morpha.
Well, where are you gonna go now? I think you would just go Fire Temple, right? Just more progression, why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Toxic confirming Hammer is not long shot locked.
Yeah, it's always a thing you gotta consider with Water Temple. Key logic there can really be weird sometimes. Not as weird as Spirit key logic, for sure, but it can be pretty weird. I think you also have some really weird situations in Fire Temple where you need logically hover boots to get to Volvagia to get a key to progress. Like, that kind of weird stuff happens sometimes too.
True.
That one's a bit more obvious.
Oh yeah, there's one more precision that we're getting from chat, is that the hammer is locked by the Zorachinix, so either we find the Zorachinix somewhere that is not hammer locked,
or another wallet.
Or another wallet, exactly.
Well, we already have one wallet found so far. It wouldn't surprise me if there was another one somewhere early on. But yeah, for now that hammer is completely out of logic, but that really won't matter too much to Bonooru, I imagine.
Yeah, and then something that is in logic already is going to be GTG in the fortress. So that suppose that the rest of your logical stuff is.
It'll be interesting to see if their routes will diverge even further here, and maybe gsk8 will opt to go to GTG instead of Water Temple. This is the big choice, I think, in the seed, from what we know so far. Ooh, fire arrows.
Where was that? Oh,
Storm. Kevin and DMT.
So right now, gsk8 is going to be clearing Hyrule Field, which you know, seems like the normal safe play to go for.
You would do that
Using
regardless.
Epona. Yeah. Even if you go for GTG, you would still clear those out. Bomb bag was so early in the seed. I mean, the 3 bomb bags were Sphere 0, so...
Oh god, yeah, that's true. They were all Sphere 0. That's crazy. You don't see that
Not
very
every
often.
day. Cheesecake gonna get one more bottle.
And Bonooru is heading his way over to Fire Temple, which makes sense. It is progression. What else would he do at this point?
Yeah, I think he was checking the fairy fountain just in case, you know, if you find the long shot, you have one more chance that you're never gonna be locked around keys in Fire Temple, but we will see. And Fire Temple is way up the hero. We have seen a tiny bit of it.
Yeah.
Hammer lock stuff.
I would imagine Din's Fire is probably in here.
So would that give you full access to all of the rest? Yeah.
We still need a long shot to finish water and Din's Fire to enter and finish Shadow Temple. So we're pretty much almost in go mode already, crazily enough. Or at least glow mode, you know, if you want to call it that. If you want to be like that kind of person.
That's true, and it's very well thought that it could be this. I mean, it's not gonna be bait for Wallet or Zora Tunic. That much we know.
That much we know, yeah. That would be
But
impossible
yeah,
at this point.
it's going to be the thing. It could still be a boomerang so that we can see a little bit of a Jabu gameplay.
No one wants to see that though. Arthur.
I mean, I'm down to see more gameplay. I'm hyped by the match. I want to see
Oh
more.
yeah, but not Jabu gameplay. God, that place is so boring. I hate it. See, everyone always complains about Forest Temple, right? But I think Jabu is the real offender, to be honest. That place,
Oh, you
I
think
call
so?
it. I call it every time.
It's the movement having something overhead so that it deprives you to your rolling is pretty interesting.
Sure, let's use the word interesting. Sure, let's call it that. Oh, and, well, there you go.
And here is your call. That is amazing. So this seed is looking like it's going to be very fast because we still have Epona, potentially way of the hero for something that we have not yet, and we would only be looking for the long shot. So
Could be long shot
it's
out
on
of
the
Jabu.
track. It could be, definitely. One more key. Okay, let's see where the boss key is going to be in Fire Temple.
Din's Fire Temple. True. Very clever. I like it.
If we have moderators in chat, I think it could be a good time to do a bet for the long shot location, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that would put us into go mode. So, aside from light arrows, but you know, Ganon tells us, and usually you can just go get them.
Usually.
You.
It could be so many things. I mean, Spirit has been trying to, you know, tell us something from the start of the seed.
Worst case
With,
scenario,
with a smooth
like,
voice.
light arrows, no! Why do you have to be in my trial? I don't know where am I gonna do. I don't know. It's hard. You know what? I said light trial. I'm going with light trial.
For the long shot?
Oh, for the long shot, yeah.
Ooh. I mean, the like Fortress or GTG, because that would mean that pointing you towards having a blue t-shirt, or what else? Or that Epona is just nothing at all, and Rudo's
Jabu.
letter is locking something else in the almighty Jabu Jabu.
Which would be the worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure.
It would,
That's
but
not
I mean,
nice.
it's not that bad because who's going to rush Jabu when you have GTG and Fortress with
Oh, wow.
Epona and Ice Cavern like so well indicated?
I don't think anyone would. That would be a really weird play, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like those players are going to be doing something like that.
No, definitely not. A riskier player maybe would, but these players are pretty consistent, I would say, and I don't think they would go over a play like that. Doesn't
And if
even
it
use
turns out,
the jumping strat and stuff.
yeah, I mean, depending on which strat you want to go for, you have to wait for the boulder.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so if it turns out to be somehow linear and indicated by Epona, it could be that Bono has a great advantage. Is it, I mean, in minutes, what would we throw? Just visually.
Mm.
I think good 5-6 minutes, maybe
Yeah.
more.
Something like 6 minutes, I think you're right about. I think the only real like difference between them like is that Bono went for water earlier, right? And gsk decided to go to Spirit as a child, which he cleared all the way up to the chest and the hand chest. So that's why he lost his time compared to Bono right now. But if
Yeah,
that's
and bottom of the well too. Oh wait, is that gonna work, gsk? Your camera looked twisted. Oh,
that
it looks
looks
like
good.
it's gonna work.
Needs to look for that
Okay,
big
look-
blue. Too late.
Ooh.
I think he's got it. No.
Oh no. Okay,
try again.
Pebe hands. He's gonna have to go around. And Bono getting the boss key, not equipping shoes, so going for bombs right there.
Yeah, you can't try a trick again. Once you push the block into that area, it drops down. So it's a one-way
Yeah,
trip.
locks in.
You don't get to try again, I'm afraid. It was a good try though. It looked pretty reasonable, but it wasn't just a bit off, I think.
Yeah, he was pretty early on the first pause, and I would guess he tried to go a little aggressive on the next buffering.
Bono found his boss key, and he's like, "Well, I got my Din's fire from this place. I'm out of here."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why would you stay?
Yeah,
It's
true.
way of the hero, but you have the entire
Entire seat is pretty
rest
much
of the
open.
seat to go for. You're not gonna find much in shadow.
No, nothing actually.
Okay, Bono getting the cheesecake getting the boss key. Still going to push.
The interesting thing is, right, we still have Shadow left, and there's nothing in there, and Shadow has quite a few checks in it. It's obviously not going to find Long Shot in Water Temple, so wherever we're going to look now, it's definitely not something that's going to be progression. So it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting how players are going to approach it from this point on, because after Fire is done, like you have a lot of options, but nothing really pointing you anywhere directly. Aside
Oh
from
yeah, we do have stuff pointing. I mean, Epona right now is our best hint. I think if you're one of these players, you want to bet on those.
Yeah, true. Yeah, obviously, I did kind of mention it, but like aside from that, like
Yeah, Fortress, GTG, Hammer Rocks in the Valley. Anything after that big Epona jump.
yeah,
If you're Bono, you might be a little stressed out about bottom of the well.
yeah.
Although it would make that Epona doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, in Bonooru, it's pretty good about like realizing the logic of the seed he's playing. So I imagine it's definitely going through his head that he wants to go GTG next. It wouldn't surprise me if that's where he's going.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'd be really surprised to see him go to well, that's for sure.
but is he going for the research right now, or is he doing Shadow Temple first?
I don't
That's
think he
gonna
would
be the
do Shadow
question.
Temple. You know, there's nothing there. I think you'd rather get more information. Yeah, you can do Shadow anytime, but we'll see. No, I'm wrong. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
get it out of the way, I suppose. Done is done, right?
Yeah, and you were mentioning it before with Forest Temple, like sometimes you have a Baron dungeon that's pretty linear. You go there, it gives you some time to think about what you want to do next.
Oh, there's nothing in here. You just get your keys and get out.
Oh, Toxic mentioning delay Shadow until you get Furore so that you can do like some kind of a cool go mode Shadow and then also use it for the
Zombie
room with the big pot. Whoa, the task climb for G-Skate. Wow.
Gotta love to see that, to be honest. Just all those little tricks. It's always entertaining. That's why I was so hyped to cast this match. I mean, obviously it's high stakes, two really good players in an elimination match. Obviously it's always exciting, but especially these two players, they're just always a treat to watch. So
yeah, these two are really, really good movement, good execution, and very strong decision making. I am very surprised that Bono kept skipping bottom of the well, and it turns out to be a really strong play. And right now, that's basically the biggest difference. I mean, we could mention Child Spirit, as you said.
yeah, which also I definitely is a couple of minutes too, so you don't want to discard it entirely.
But yeah, has Bono done both of the checks? Okay, yeah, he was delaying that one.
Yeah, he skipped it the first time around. Got it on the way back though.
Oh, a little bit of struggle for G-Skate. Okay, there we go.
Fortunately, we're not going to be seeing too many exciting things in Shadow. Maybe we'll see some cool tech, but other than that, there's nothing really here to be paying attention. It's a bear in Shadow.
On the True Spinner. So the True Spinner cannot point at one of the first poles, be it on the left or on the right, and then the odds of having the success are not equal on any of those poles. So I think the odds are something like 40, 20, 40, but slightly different.
I thought it was like 40, 30, 30, and then it's the one to your like the one close to you as you exit the door from the dead end area. I think it's the one with the highest chance or something like that.
All right.
Oh, there you go. It's
4 9s, 2 9s, and 3 9s.
yeah, percentages that would be something weird. So
Yeah, so it's like a 44, 33.
yeah, with a lot of repeating
Stuff
numbers
like
after
that.
the comma. Cheesecake also opting to all the way after getting the hammer.
Yeah, he knows there's one more item.
This might just come down to who finds a long shot first. In fact, I think that's very much what's going to happen in this seed.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't know where Light Arrow is, so it could like completely pump the seed to a new level. But if it's in a fairly easy location, then yeah, the long shot might very well be what decides the match.
As it so often does with Season 4, you know, you always talk on that last item. Anything can happen. Early lead.
I mean, this seed is pretty well hinted, so I don't think we can call it unfair so far. It's really gonna depend like what goes on with that Rudo's Letter Way of the Hero.
Yeah, so far this seed has been very linear, which I would say is, you know, the kind of seed that, like, you know, rewards high execution kind of play. Because, you know, you just need to follow the logic, which is not too hard to get so far. And against any other opponent, that would be good for Bonooru, but against gsk8, that does nothing. These two kind of players.
Yeah, that might be why he decided to skip the well.
Very well might be.
Stuff like that. And also, like, it's the kind of seed that you don't want to play your opening too safe. Like we were talking earlier about, we have not seen a Valley Lake as child play, which is something that, you know, some player make it a habit. But in this case, against one of these guys, that would have been pretty bad. Bono getting a little bit of a kiss from the Lake.
Sure, let's call that a kiss. That's definitely the most politically friendly way we can describe what just happened there.
Okay, gathering more skulls.
Still
Not
considering
bad
20.
idea. But do you really want to keep believing in 20, even though like Kakariko's Way of the Hero, that's true.
On the other,
Go ahead.
the other hand, though, I mean, he has that letter, and he still needs to pursue, right? So
Yeah, you want to make sense out of that. Did Bono do Skull Mask at any time?
no, not at all.
So he's not even sure that the letter is Way of the Hero.
No, he cannot be sure yet.
But I mean, also skipping Skull Mask, pretty big difference here. So yeah, we could assume that Bono has been playing a little more aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, there's still a very good chance that Bono might still chase after these things later. Maybe he wants to confirm, you know, his suspicions.
Mm-hmm.
That's 20 skulls for him there. You know, kind of just routed them in as he was going. Really didn't waste any time on skulls at all. So that'll be good for him. Gotta keep 10 to 20 in mind with the Way of the Hero Kakariko. See, there's really no way not to.
Yeah, but once again, very few chances that it could be something because we have this Ruda's letter pointing somewhere. I might be mistaken though.
Yeah, well, the Ruda's letter might be something, but you could also remember that, you know, the light arrows might still be locked behind something else.
Oh,
So-
that's true. And we're still looking for a blue t-shirt.
Yeah, that too. We haven't found that yet, so really, we can't even be in here yet right now, right? I mean, we can't even have the hammer. So
Yeah,
that
that's
definitely
true.
doesn't matter. It matters.
I wonder how aware they are about the Zoratunic bait.
I think they're pretty aware of it. These players, I imagine, know about the bait. I mean, I would be shocked. I would be shocked.
I mean, you have to think about water temple key logic and stuff like that. But yeah, they're one of the best, so we can only assume that they know.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, they don't have the intellectual capacity of all the chat combined, but I trust them. I trust them. Of course, chat is secretly the best rando player to ever have been. Unfortunately, chat cannot play it at once.
Okay, did we see the item from the pot? And it's a small key. Okay, so key layout doesn't look like you're going to be able to skip what's after the boat right now. I could be wrong, just show me more keys.
No, not more. We found the bot key, right? So we need two more.
Good question.
Found the bot key, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So if there's two keys in the section head, I think we're fine.
And Bono with shoes in the fan room. Always a pretty tech room.
Like this, bang. You see a lot of players nowadays, to be honest. Like, this is a room a lot of people have put some time into practicing. I remember in Season 3, most people do this a much slower way, but nowadays...
True.
This one.
gsk8 just got Din's Fire. He still is basically one Fire Temple behind and most of Shadow Temple behind. So yeah, that's, I don't know, I would say something like almost 10 minutes? I might be exaggerating here. One more bow. Slightly bow locked.
Yeah, slightly.
Just slightly.
I don't, you can't really talk about slightly or mostly in this case, right? It's a binary thing. Either it's locked or it's not.
Yeah, but then chat is gonna judge me if I'm wrong.
That's true. Oh, okay, we can skip the back of the maze.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, going for the jump.
Baron Shadow not often permits you these kinds of luxuries, but today's the day.
Yeah, it is. What a treat. Oh, Gskate going for the cool jump, dropping the bomb, and then being pushed away by the bomb that lets him jump. Very cool new stuff. And we're now riding the boat with Bono, and we know there's a little bit of a tradition with Bono riding the boat is that he usually tries to get rid of the first guy fast and then goes on the bell.
Oh, really?
Is he gonna do it?
Oh,
It looks like he's not doing anything. Okay, does he get rid of the second one too?
He's gonna
Push him
yeet.
out.
Oh! No. Ooh, he gotta be careful there. He nearly recoiled himself off. Oh, what's he gonna do? No, nothing. He's not risking it.
Okay, playing safe.
Not risking it for the biscuit. I would annoy it in an elimination match, to be honest.
Oh, last year he did it in every game and won the entire tournament. So,
That's some confidence right there. That is very confident.
yeah, the bell can troll you depending on like the oscillation of the boat, depending when you decide to drop in order to get on the bell. Sometimes you'll slide off.
Yeah, and then it's just a massive time lost.
It is.
Really bad. And how much time does it save you? Like what? Like not even a second or something? It's just swag, isn't
Oh,
it?
it does not save anything.
And GSK finds his boss key, so he's out of here.
Yeah, he's going to be rushing to Volvagia.
And will he also do Shadow after? That's a big question.
I think so.
Just wants it out of the way.
I
Maybe he
mean,
wants to
you have a research segment after that. You just got some stuff. You want to take a little bit of time to.
Well, no, timing
to
there was
get your-
very good. Almost at the one cycle there, I think.
Is that second cycle for Bono?
Second cycle now, yep. I think he
Okay.
needs one power stab to get this one down. Yep, there you go.
Ah,
Yeah, you're almost at the one cycle. I think the only one
Yeah.
I've seen on that so far in brackets was PKR, which was very nice.
Yeah, it's an okay one cycle. I've always heard that it's 2 frames for the stun lock, and you can stun lock it as long as you want.
Yeah, but the timing is pretty tight, so.
Okay, and we're going from one boss fight to another with Gskate that is going to be facing a dragon. So he's placing bombs. Each bomb is going to do 2 damage to Volvagia, and he's going to be trying to hit with 7 bombs and 2 stuns.
It's always a small risk here that Volvagia will come out of the same hole you're dropping the bombs in, which is often why it's called the troll hole. And you can avoid that, but you need to be really quick about your reactions, because you need to turn her around to the other side of the hole.
Yeah, there's a few things you could do, but you have to definitely be experienced to be handling that under pressure. And Gsk just did it fine. Oh yeah, he had Bicorn Sword, so no need for as many bombs as I said.
I think you need 5, right, when you have PTS.
I'll trust you with that.
You shouldn't trust me with that. But I think it's true.
Foster is asking, could it be in Jabu? It could
Certainly.
be in Jabu. It possibly could.
Not even completely unlikely either.
Okay, Bono looks like he's going straight to GTG.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, and I would definitely say that this is good play.
I agree.
Going to look behind Epona.
This
So
is
the
definitely
reasoning, Yeah. The reasoning for those who were not there, we had Lost Woods on the way of the hero. The only thing that we have found full clearing Lost Wood was Bruto's Letter, Shabu is a Stone, and Ice Cavern had nothing, Fountain had nothing, only Epona at the end of Ice Cavern.
Yeah. Well, when you find that in a Ice Cavern.
Yeah, it's not nothing. I talk too fast, but yeah. So definitely in the research right now, you want to try to make sense out of that way of the hero, and so far Epona has been useful for nothing. What happened with Bono? Just jumped off and is climbing back up.
I think what he wanted to do was like dip down a little bit, so you get the weird like glitch from the fog, but perhaps no. Okay, maybe he thought it wasn't Baron then and just
But
remembered.
didn't he do it already?
Sorry.
I think
What
he
are
did. Yeah, I think he just autopilots.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, it's Baron. It's Baron. Okay.
Oh, Baron.
I also forgot about that.
Okay, I was like, am I speaking Chinese or something?
No.
It all makes sense now. Wow, Arthur, that's like 4 mistakes between the two of us.
Ouch.
Yeah. We both made 2 mistakes so far.
Okay, first slingshot. 150 in for G-Skate. A little scary, but you know, puts Deku in the logic. Might be scary for him because Lostwood is on the way of the hero, and G-Skate is going to be opting to do his research before doing Baron Shadow. Wow, so clean.
Yep.
So the timing is a little bit precise so that you get the hits every time on that on the Gerudo guard, but that's no big deal for Bono.
So what would you check first, GTG or horseback archery? Horseback archery, right?
Yeah, I think I would check horseback archery and I mean basically everything outside of GTG, even Valley Rocks before. Just, I mean, if you don't find the long shot, you might as well find strength 2 in order to clear more in GTG.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it would be really bad if you went to the GTG and then you went out and you did the rooftop chest and oh look, it's strength 2.
That's
Go
true.
right.
But I mean, you could also think like, hey, what if it's at the very beginning of GTG and you could have gotten it so much quicker than doing all of that clear? It's a tough decision.
What is the best guide to Suitor for new players? I think in a nutshell, 1, be comfortable with the base game. Like, I would honestly highly suggest 100%ing it at least once. So you kind of know where everything is. After that, get a good item tracker, maybe even a logic tracker. That really helps if you're new, and just play it, really.
Yeah, and I would add, do not force yourself to finish your first seeds. Just play 3 hours and then switch to another.
Yeah, I think I played like 20 seeds before I finished my first one. Like, it's
Yeah, that's a very good way to go.
If you feel you're stuck and it's not fun anymore, or you're done and you don't feel like continuing any further, sometimes you're done really fast with the speed, then whatever, right? Just keep it.
Okay, let's see Bono's aiming. So Bono has been changing his ESS adapter recently and switching the dead zone very recently.
Yeah, if you want to finish
Does
your
not seem to impact him at all. He's super comfy.
like a turret, just shooting at the target.
Oh, there it is! We have the long shot. We have the long shot. That's everything, and G-Skate is going to get it. Okay, do not forget that G-Skate has to do Shadow Temple, so he is a full Shadow Temple behind. And also, G-Skate's ESS adapter is broken, so archery is a little bit more difficult for him, but he's used to it. The thing now to know if the game is not finished is going to be the light arrow hint.
Yeah, and really G-Skate's chances here of going only further in Season 4 tournament are really coming down to these light arrows right now. If he doesn't go, if those light arrows are just really easy to get, his chances are slipping away fast in this race.
Exactly. But if we get something super crazy, okay, where's Bono going?
I'm guessing, just checking this really quickly for light arrows. Well, that's not it.
Okay, and now diving?
He's going to water, of course.
Oh, he hasn't finished water. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
I wanted it.
I was autopiloting. I was like, okay, go to Gannons. But okay, yeah. What else could we have? It could be that light arrows are somewhere that would require more items, such as Jabu Jabu. What else? Chest minigame, maybe. And the last one would be strength 2 or strength 3 requirements that we cannot yet go for. So yeah, that would be big chances for gsk8 to come back into this race, because Bono could probably go for bottom of the well play, since it's very good density for random research.
And I just wanted to point out, like, even though sorry, light arrows, they could be anywhere, right? That's kind of the thing with them. When we look at the seed right now, and we think about what we haven't done yet, we have done well. They're not there. They're not in Child Spirit. We can't clear Jabu right now. We don't have a boomerang.
Yep.
And you know, chess minigame you mentioned also, that's behind the lens. That leaves very few checks that are still in logic right now that we could do. Forest is the big one, I think, in terms of, like, you know, amount of checks we could try, and GTG.
Yeah.
GTG is not even fully completable, but you got to think, like, what's behind strength 3? All of Light Trial. There's the flipping block in
Fairy
the
fountain.
Spirit Temples locked behind strength 2. So there's still quite a few things that they just don't have access to, where Light Arrow could very well be. Of course, it could also be somewhere simple. Oh, and that forward wind is very nicely timed.
Oh, very convenient. And that's going to save a little bit of time for gsk8 in Shadow Temple. That's exactly what chat was talking about earlier, that you want to delay Shadow until you get Forest Wind.
Nice timing there on the long.
Well,
Doesn't waste any time on Morpha there. Just immediately gets it the moment it gets out.
Yeah, gsk8 had the corner strat, and Bonooru went for the quick grabs, so probably a 10-second difference in the execution of that boss fight.
Which gsk8 will make up for using his Forest Wind to Shadow Temple.
Yeah, very likely.
And
wow.
there.
So Bono shot the sun and had saved before.
Okay, but I didn't even see what it was.
As soon as he sees stuff, he reset, and Bono has the quickest eyes in the entire game.
Those aren't eyes, those are sensors. You can't tell me anything different. Human eyes aren't that quick.
I mean, Bono's eyes are unreal. It's been known, like, he's the fastest checker for the arch.
I thought his game crashed.
No. He just reset. It was like, okay, I know what it is. Thanks. See you later.
That's crazy. That's not normal.
Yeah, he's too good.
Well, no, it's shoot the sun. The sun isn't the reward.
And we're not gonna have a second chance to check shoot the sun.
He doesn't care. He's like, shoot the sun, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a very decent play. I mean, statistics would tell you don't shoot the sun.
Yeah, but I mean, if your light arrows are there, it's really rough, because you're there now. Like, you shoot it, and, you know, it takes like what, like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah, but if you think like that for every single check that is on your way, then you end up spending way too much time, and you're gonna win like 1 seed out of 200. So volume-wise, I definitely agree with gsk8 on that one. Like, you don't do any extra check looking for light arrows.
I mean, I would agree with that, but like, you don't have Serenade or anything to get back there quickly, so just for that reason alone, I would probably check it real quick. But that's about it. Lights and light trial, they say. Should we have another bet on where the light arrows are? I don't know. I don't feel like that's good. Because we're about to find out.
Yeah, it's probably a little tight.
Yeah.
I mean, if we know it's in a big dungeon, we can maybe throw in a bet, but I will leave that up to moderators.
Even the biggest dungeon has like, what, 9 checks in it or something. Like, That's not worth it because there's like what 200 people, 300 people watching. If it's inside my castle, we're in for a ride. I agree. Well, I mean, we still have a lot of checks left in the castle, so it's not too hopeless. But like, Light Trial does have a lot of checks, more than the rest of the dungeon.
Perfect sync fight for the double knuckle on Bonooru's side. Very quick with the fastest setup.
And what you would expect from these players.
Yeah, he's too consistent.
He really is.
And it's going to be time. We're going to see Thor's Wind and a little bit of a save before opening the door. And then we will know if the game is on fire or not.
Yeah, is this a jet or not? We're about to find out.
Because, I mean, 203 opening the door. Wow. But yeah, there's very few scenarios right now in which gsk8 wins the race, sadly.
Gotta be quick here. His ice is really fast, remember.
Spirit Temple! Wow, okay. We're in. So it is really important what Bono decides to do. I think the first thing he goes for is Child Spirit, but where do you look for Strength 2? Is he going to go into the footsteps of gsk8?
Yeah, I imagine he will do Spirit and the Well. I can't see anything else. That's easily the highest. Like, Child Spirit is obvious, right? You're gonna do that. That's the,
yeah. Then you find nothing.
You find nothing. There's nothing there. We know that. You go well because you're child already. You want to optimize what you do as a child, I think. Yeah, so Bolero. That could be nice for later. Right. So we are on 2 hour mark, and you know it's gonna be a while before we find Strength 2, I imagine. So I would like to take a quick moment to thank my co-commentator Arfudini, who is doing.
Thank you, Spell.
And I would like to take a moment to thank our trackers, who the names I don't exactly remember. Oh yeah, Ginger Sonny and Prince Sidon. I would like to thank all the people at CSR for setting up this tournament, and to our restreamer Siberian. And last of all, I would like to give a very big thank you to you for watching CSR, because without you, this tournament would never be possible. And of course, last but not least, our runners, gsk8 and Bonooru. Give them a follow on Twitch. They're great runners. No, why wouldn't you? They're just great players. And they're putting up a great match for us here, I think. So where's
Perfect. And I'm really thrilled to see the decision making of Bonooru right now is going to be so crucial. If he goes for that bottom of the well play, I think it's basically even.
Yeah, I would agree. I would completely agree with you.
Because right now we were talking about something like 10 minutes. How long is going to be Child Spirit? I mean, with that kind of a quick strat, it's not going to be very long, but...
like 4 minutes, right? So I would say.
Yeah, it's still 4 or 5 minutes. Then getting to bottom of the well and clearing bottom of the well, I would say 6 minutes at the very least.
5-6 minutes, yeah, something like that. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, things turning out pretty nicely for gsk8.
And then Bonooru will have to go back to adult as well, which is even a little bit more time, right? So like that all adds up. And Shadow Temple, I would say, is like 8 minutes or so, I think. With no mace, you know, in the back.
I'm really curious how many. Oh, gsk8, do you not go for skulls?
No,
he's not going for skulls. Okay, that could be big because Kakariko is also Way of the Hero. 20 skulls is unchecked for both runners.
Oh, it might have that strength too.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah, we could have a different bow somewhere else that we just didn't find yet. That has been in Logic for a while now. We don't know.
Oh, 20 was checked. I'm so sorry. Okay, I had for nothing. My bad.
So where could that strength 2 be? What do you think?
GTG is still our density.
Yeah. I imagine that's where Bonooru will go next after well. But then if it's not,
what else do we have? Hammer Rocks, Gerudo Valley Waterfall.
Yeah, I think Bono checked Hammer Rocks, right, on the way to Water Temple.
You checked Hammer Rocks? I wasn't paying much attention. Oh, it just gets sadly voiding.
Now, we know that light arrows are not in Child Spear. We know. We've seen it already. gsk8 has done this. Ganon's Castle, I would say, pretty good density as well, right?
Oh, Ganon's Castle. We haven't seen any of Ganon's Castle. That's true.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that might even be the first thing you do because... Oh, wait. No, he has Furore.
yeah. Well, you could set a new Furore SFC down there, I suppose.
Yeah. Just warp with it and then do the fresh new strat of instant save quit so that you don't have to take time to replace it, and then you can check the entire castle.
That's smart. Well, since both players are retreading old ground for a moment, I'm going to be right back for like 2 minutes.
Okay, no big deal. So this is going to be one of the instances that gsk8 is going to be able to be a little bit faster than Bono has been during the Shadow Clear because he has Forest Wind available right now, and it's very useful for the pot room. Yeah, I agree with you, K-Lord. It's not much high density left. It's going to be GTG and Ganon's Trial in terms of high density. And then maybe you guys can help me remember some of the other stuff. But I think Gerudo Valley Waterfall is one of them. And for the rest, we've seen most of the small checks that are usually left aside. I'm wondering if Bono is going to be worried about Skull Mask, but I would suppose that Skull Mask is a losing play for him right now. It's just if you do it right now, you might as well just not do it at all. I wonder how much mind game is going through their head because they sort of know each other very well. Why didn't he check Ganon's for light? Because Ganondorf indicated that the light arrows are in Spirit Temple, and Bonooru had not checked Child Spirit, which is Spirit Temple. And during the Ganon's Tower climb, he definitely checked the BK chest. It was a SKO. And Bono knows that he needs strength too. He's playing Nocturne, so apparently he's going for the density play of bottom of the well. All of that, gsk8 has been doing it, so what you're watching on gsk8 is definitely the catch-up. Things are going to be so close. I do not exactly know who is going to finish his thing first. gsk8 still has to do the climb up of Ganon's Tower in order to know where the light arrows are, and Bonooru has basically to finish up with bottom of the well and then go back to adult. Is he going to be worried about Skull Mask? Is he not? The match is lit. And then very, very likely we're going to be back into Gerudo Fortress for a GTG play, maybe? Or a Ganon Castle play. It would be super interesting to see a divergence here. Okay, Bono is done making his way to bottom of the well. He obviously has everything to full clear it. Chances are that he's going to use a slightly different pathing than what we usually see, because you're basically looking for only one item. So when you're looking for only one item, it's okay to place the density as close to you as possible, as close to the present, even if it's to the detriment of later on in the dungeon. So you're not really caring about clearing the dungeon overall fast. You just want to go for quick checks right now in case that's what you're looking for.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, Vodzilla, both players have done Kukos.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
So yeah, Bono is making the bottom of the well play. That's so exciting.
As expected, though. I mean, not too surprising, I would say.
Yeah, you could go for GTG, but it's just like your child. It's
Exactly.
super dense. You've been putting that out. But yeah, I was wondering, like, Skull Mask. Is Bono going to be worried about Skull Mask?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think so. There's 2 more strengths in the game that you could find somewhere. Like, are you really gonna put all that time into just one Skull Mask check? I don't think you would, personally.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And then it's kind of a losing play because, like, in this kind of scenario, you're always a little paranoid and you're like, okay, my opponent has done it hours ago. If it's this, I already lost, so why do it at all?
Right, yeah. I agree with that.
So yeah, it would be very, very understandable to see him just like not do it, and that's it.
And really, all that time that gsk8, you know, had lost earlier doing this, all went up in void, nothing. In fact, I think he might be done a little bit quicker than Bonooru will be done in here.
Yeah, but do not forget that Bono has done the fights to climb Ganon's tower in order to get the hands.
Oh yeah, that's
so
true. That's true. I forgot about that.
It's going to be very, very close. Cheesecake had close to perfect execution in the well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Bono does, but I mean,
Also,
Bono's
Bono,
just that good.
you know, it doesn't take much time for Bono. Like, you will still have to go back to adult. You know, it's still like another cutscene and a song you gotta play.
Yeah, but it's
And those are all
so
valuable
fast.
seconds gsk8 will need. Yeah, true, but it's still valuable seconds gsk8 will be needing.
Exactly. And then it would be so interesting to see like a divergence because you could go GTG, but you could go Ganon's Castle too.
Yeah, for sure.
Which
And,
one you decide to go for.
It's really gonna come down to who finds the strength first, I think, in this seed, and then that will probably be the deciding factor. And I think not even probably. I think that's just pretty much guaranteed.
Okay. Oh my god, that's so clean. This fight is so hard. Dead hands as a child, you have less range with the Kokiri sword.
Yep.
What you can do if you have plenty of Deku sticks is for those jump slash at the back of Dead Hand as child, just pull out a full Deku stick. You'll have so much more range, and the double hit always happens at the very tip of your weapon. So stay far away and just focus on the timing with a full Deku stick. It makes your life easier.
And that's the Shadow Medallion for gsk8 too. Now you can just go right off to Ganon and find out the same thing that Bonooru found out 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think Bono is a little bit ahead. He's going to be done within a minute right now for bottom of the well and then just warping.
Yeah. I think the difference now is Skull Mask, really. I think that's literally the difference.
Basically it, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though the routing was very efficient, that might come down to Skull Mask.
And it just goes to show you how close these two players are. And like into execution and like how they route and everything.
Being that close to Bono's execution is
Impressive.
unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, gsk8 is such an experienced player, has been used to routing with many different styles of playing Ocarina of Time. So yeah, not too surprising. It's just so impressive to see how quickly he got that good at Randomizer.
Yeah. And there's still, there's still other things we need to consider. Like, what if there's a strength 2 on the chess minigame, for example? We'll need a lens, right? Or
You mean
maybe
the
it's in
lens in
Jabu.
Jabu?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I saw that in chat. That was crazy.
But these are things you gotta, you need to consider these things it may happen.
It's possible, but I mean, you're not gonna go blind CMG for that.
No, of course not. But like, if you find a lens, you'll consider it though. Like, but I mean, I'm just meaning to say like, that strength 2 might be somewhere really hard to get still, and strength 3 might just be strength 2 locked in the first place. So, which is not even that unlikely.
Exactly, but you want to play for density, and let's see what is the density that Bono checks. That's going to be for the trials.
Yeah, that's definitely not looking for GTG. He would be warping if that was the case.
I guess so, yeah. So yeah, going to the trials right now. Very likely a good choice.
I agree.
I mean, way
can-
less keys. You could be going to GTG, opening a lot of chests, and just finding mostly keys at the beginning.
There's that, but also you don't have to reset your Aurora's Wind if you just go like this. You know, you can keep your Aurora's Wind where it is and then just warp out after you're done with Ganon's Castle.
Ooh, a little bit of trouble for gsk8. Don't get hit. Okay.
No, he got it.
Alright, first check of Ganon's Castle. This is something we have not seen yet. Is this going to be Strength 2?
That would be incredible.
The first one? That would be nuts. Okay, it's just a heart piece.
You know what's
I
so
really
horrible
wonder
now?
how they're feeling. Yeah, what's horrible? Tell me about it.
Every single check they're gonna open now is like a mini heart attack. Is this Strength 2? Is this Strength 2?
Yeah, that's basically it. Because it could be. It could be. We
could
just
be.
have no clue.
It could be anywhere.
One more heart piece. Okay, maybe it's going to be this one. And it is the Strength 2! That's it. Bono can now do Spirit Temple. Let's go. It's going to be really tough for gsk8 to catch up. What is going to be his decision?
Yeah, he'll have to. I think he's already in Ganon's Castle. I think that's probably the first place he'll start to. But
So that's what, a minute?
a minute
of difference?
Yeah, God, that's almost impossible. I think normally a minute you would say that's not a lot of time, but when you're facing up against someone like Bonooru,
It's Bono.
that minute can become a minute and a half real fast.
Oh, and he's circling the other
Oh,
way.
no.
Okay. Okay. This is looking like the game has been set by Bono finding the second strength.
At this point, Bono would have to start making mistakes to lose, I think. And
It
that is
would,
not
but,
something you want to bet on.
Yeah, it does. It just does not happen.
No. He's not on a good day, and he definitely looks to be a good day for Bonooru because he's playing really well. Imagine if there was another strength right here. He is strength free.
It could be. It could be.
But that still wouldn't make a difference, I think.
Yeah, it'd still be like more than a minute behind, and Bono will be Corn Sword and all of that.
Well, Bono doesn't have a
too
big Goron
much to
sword,
catch
so
up.
maybe that will be
He does
GSK's
not?
difference. No, he does not have a big Goron sword. But that's not going to make a difference of time at this point. Question is GSK going to go for a World Trial next or not?
He does.
He is,
Ooh,
yes.
the chat saying that Bono has big Corn Sword.
He's not equipping it, that's for sure.
Oh, he did the well. Okay, okay.
Oh, and there they
the
are.
light Arrows.
Very nice and
Super
early too. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say, but this one might be going into the direction of Bonooru.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Not much to do for gsk8, but wow, that was a game, and the search for light arrows white.
Well,
you
short.
know, it was short, but it was amazing because it made things back to even. Look at gsk8 is going to find the strength too. There
Yep,
it is.
There it is.
You
Unfortunate
might be
for him.
feeling pretty well. I mean, you're
Yeah.
finding stuff. It's 220 in the seed.
Yeah, why wouldn't you feel good at this point? Like, he's been
the
going
only
pretty efficiently
problem-
through this one. Yeah.
The only problem is that it's Bono.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
yeah, that's
can you
true.
do about it?
Unfortunate. But such is the story of this seed. Unfortunately, we will be most likely. It's a bit early to say it, but unfortunately, it's looking like we're going to be saying goodbye from gsk8 in this tournament. Of course, Bonooru getting eliminated would have been crazy as well, but gsk8 also a really good player. Like you said, 8 years of OT experience.
Yeah.
Kind of
it's
unthinkable
incredible.
to think he's going out this early.
Yeah, and only 1 year of Randomizer. He started like at the very start of February last year, and he's
Yeah.
just he became that good so fast.
Yeah, he has been playing a year, and look at this now. He's like a bit more at this point, I would say. But like, he's so close behind Bonooru, right? That's crazy.
Yeah. And he has like, you know, that very, very strong movement, decision making is really nice. I mean, there was not much to discuss about what he did. He played a tiny bit safer,
Yeah, and that's cost him here.
that's mostly what it is. So yeah, nothing to regret in there.
Is it fair to say, Arthur, that maybe this seed he got killed by the Skull Mask?
It's one of the things that happened, but
I think not
mean,
picking up the ZL in the first section is the biggest mistake.
it was really big. Yeah, ZL in the first section was really big.
And there are the light areas for gsk8, sorry. But unfortunately, Ganon's already down on his knees.
Yeah,
Just needs to go
Bono's
pick
going
up
to
the
go
sword.
into the second phase. A few more hits.
A very close race, even though it was so short. You know, kind of a jet seat, and then obviously jet seats are very mechanically heavy, and the fact these two are so close together just shows you the great mechanics on both of these players.
Yeah, hints were really good.
Yep.
And then those players knew how to extract the most of them.
Yeah. And now Ganon is bound, blinded by the light, by Zelda. All Bonooru has to do now is stab that sword right down his skull, and he will be going on to the lower bracket, round 2. And unfortunately, gsk8 will be heading home today. Unfortunately, he doesn't even go anywhere. He's at home already. Ooh. I hate when it happens.
Yeah, and GG's to Bono, 224.
GG.
222.44. GG's. Demonstration from the reigning champ, winner of Season 3. And it was a surprise for all of us to see him go into the loser's bracket against the glorious Felix. But today, he is getting back to winning.
And here he is. Welcome.
Hey, Bono, gsk8, GG's.
Hey, GG.
Hey, hello, GG's.
That was a very, very close match. How did you guys feel about the seed?
I mean, for the most part, it was very straightforward, but then at the end, it became like a classic S4 seed, just have a million areas open for one item. So it was kind of scary at the end.
Yeah, gsk8, you felt the same?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's unfortunate, gsk8. Here we are again in the interview room, and both times when you're talking to me, it's a loss. Maybe I'm the problem.
Nah, I think it's bottom of the well. It never has anything in bottom of the well.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like it was the problem because looking for the second strength, Bono did bottom of the well that he had skipped before.
Oh no, it was for sure my problem because I had a clear opportunity to skip the well and I still went for it. I should have just went to Water Temple, and I would have skipped the well 100% sure.
Yeah, that's true. Because you would have been adult by the time you would have. You would have just continued straight on with Ganon's castle. You wouldn't even have gone anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't think I would go back as child after that. Like,
Well, you would have at least not left Ganon's castle like for later. You would definitely have done that first, I imagine, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah,
If
because
you, do,
I
if you
find.
do Child Spirit early, then you do trials before the well for sure.
Oh yeah, I did Child Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, since I didn't do Child Spirit yet, when I got the hint, I had to do it. So then I was
Oh,
child.
okay.
So okay, might as well do the well now.
Oh yeah, I see. I thought it was all dungeon at the beginning, and then I found the int in domain. I was like, huh.
Yeah, I really wanted the hint as well. I was kind of scared about that.
Because
Yeah, because
Kakariko was way of the hero for Requiem and maybe the bow. Not sure about the bow.
No, the bow was not with the hero.
Yeah, so
I
it
thought
was,
it was for a long
Requiem.
time. Yeah.
So,
when
so
I
was the song, right?
yeah when we found the bow in Shadow,
Yeah. Okay.
there was an item spirit for sure.
Okay, I see.
And yeah, another thing that was a big difference between you guys routing is that Bono picked up Zelda's Lullaby on Minuet in Adult 1, and gsk8, you delayed it for Adult 2, and that caused a little bit of backtracking. Did you just not want to go for it?
Well, I think going back to Lullaby was a lot of backtracking in my adult one. Maybe I should have got it before doing the Bolero segment. I mean, getting Bolero song and stuff. If I did that before, then yeah, that was the play. But I thought maybe I will find Minuet in Bolero or something. And then I didn't have any clear way to go back in adult one. So I went back as child to hope for Minuet between Ranch and Saria song.
Okay.
And so I didn't find it, so I had to go back. But I knew it was Zelda's Lullaby, so it was not really a problem. I mean, I was really close to Ice Cavern after getting the song, so I could do that.
Chat will kill me if I don't ask this, but Bonooru, at some point you did shoot a song, and you looked at it so quickly, no one even saw what was on it. Like it flashed before our eyes. We have to ask you, what was on it? What did
that
you
was
see?
a heart piece.
Oh, heart piece. How did you see that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
For some reason,
Yeah,
I can see very well on my screen. Like, a lot of people tell me that they can't see shit, but I see stuff very fast usually.
I have a good monitor, but like that went too fast for me.
Yeah, I think it's not even the monitor, it's just you see stuff really fast. One quick question, Bono. You had Lost Woods Way of the Hero, and when you were looking for the second strength, did you think about Skullmask a little bit?
Yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't want to do it. Because I knew ladder was required, so there was no way I was gonna do Skull Mask. Like, that was such a long check.
Oh yeah, I did.
I might as well do Deep Fire if I want to do like a Way of the Hero area, rather than Skull Mask.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there was Deep Fire left.
Yeah, there was so many stuff opened. A lot of overall that I didn't do as well.
I mean, I don't have any further questions. I don't think Arthur has. Do you still have any further questions, Arthur, or are you basically?
I'm all good, and then they have to go for interview in French, I guess.
Yeah, I just quick question for the last one then, or well, more not a question, more like an opportunity. Would you like a moment to like maybe shout someone out that you want to put some attention to, or perhaps to your own channel? Like this, the time to do it.
Yeah, well, I stream sometimes on my Twitch. You can come.
There you go. That's right. Good. Shield yourself. We like that. All right. Well, in that case, I think Xavier, you can come in here and close up for us.
Yeah, I can. Also, thank you, Arthur, Houdini, and Spell for commentating. And don't forget our trackers, Ginger Sonny and Prince Sidon. And next on ZSR, let me get... Don't have it open.
Martin, right?
Perfectly prepared.
No, writing what the hell happens.
We have tomorrow and on Thursday and on Friday we have further bracket matches. Tomorrow is 3 p.m. EST. It's Tom Paus versus Readrim. And on it's still Thursday EST. Sorry, 7 p.m. What the hell happened, Riley?
Yeah. What a match.
And we also have, on Thursday, we have the grand finals match of the Wind Waker Randomizer spoiler lock tournament. Gymnast versus Jarhead at 8:50 EST.
Yeah, wow. Some good shit.
That's the matches for tomorrow. And of course on Friday there are some more. We also have... Random Settings League Loser Brackets Finals. I hope this will finally take place. Robdog versus Kirox on Friday 8 a.m. EST. And the two Ocarina of Time bracket matches are at 3 p.m. EST, Mr. Mario versus Seisei. And at 11 p.m. EST, Mr. Martin versus Godzilla.
Wow.
At the moment I try to figure out who we could rate. I saw that a Challenge Cup match is going on with a French restream only.
Oh, I think that's a good one.
So we raid over to Puppy Grant, who is restreaming. The match is SDG Sean versus Sauce Boss.
Oh, good
Ooh.
players.
And with everything set, stay tuned. Stay tuned and check back in for CSR for more Zelda content. And if you want to check the schedule, you can do as well, because we don't do only Ocarina of Time.
No, we do all Zelda games. It's in the name.
Although Ocarina of Time is very dominant here on CSR. And now, see you next time.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
See you.
All right. Thank you.